one, and welcome to the greatest train wreck that cannot be stopped, just like Vaughn's ongoing struggle with sleep that can't be achieved. It's only in early access. It's us. We're back to bother you again. And we have a guest. Hi,
We
Possum.
do have a guest today.
I, I have
Wow.
a mouthful of
Yep,
salad.
your
Yeah,
robot-y and mouthful of food at the start of the episode. Incredible.
incredible. The train wreck is not
So
stopping, and
sorry.
it will still keep
The
going.
train wreck. You finish your food.
I'm I'm eating the fucking sorry.
We should have just waited for you to eat. I don't know why we just started like nonsense.
No. It's okay.
Yes, no, because it's gonna affect the audio. We should have just waited.
No, it's not. Stop. Some lies. I can just mute when I want to chew, alright?
Okay, okay, okay.
Of course, of course.
I can also mute you too. I have that power.
That's mean.
It's not mean. That's just good audio management. Sometimes when Vaughn's talking about Parasite Eve, I just mute him and don't say anything because I've heard it all before, and he's got a lot to say on it, and I'm sure someone's interested. You know, that one person in France and those two people in Alaska. Shout out. But like, I'll just mute him, and he talks about Parasite Eve for like 30 minutes straight every time. So like, I'll just mute for 30 minutes and then just like unmute and make like weird non-committal vague sounds.
Not even the one person that moved to New York so they could be in the place where Parasite Eve takes place.
dude,
Not even that
dude,
one
that's
person.
not even that one. But no, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think anyone's ever moved to New York because that's where Parasite Eve takes
This is
place.
where Parasite Eve takes place. Oh my god.
Dude, no one in their life has ever chosen to move to New York at any point because of that's where Parasite Eve takes place. Also, I don't remember that it took place in New York. I deleted that fact from my brain somehow.
Yeah, no, it takes place in New York. Yeah, because you
Alrighty.
literally go to what's it called to like the museum, the
All
National
right.
Museum in
What
New
is the
York.
singing? What is the singing there? You enough. Enough. We
It's the New
can't
York
get. We could get
song.
We could
It's
get
the New York
DMCA'd for that.
song.
I'm so
That's no.
sorry.
Absolutely not. We don't own the rights to that. You can't sing that on this. I don't need to get DMCA'd.
Sorry. Sorry.
Singing real songs is not allowed. They will sue us just because they can.
Yeah.
And this show doesn't make any money, so neither of us can afford to be sued. So, all right.
Yeah.
Shall we
Sorry.
begin with the show? But first,
Yeah.
yeah, Possum has some important, actual, serious business.
Yes, I do.
The birthday creature is no longer the birthday creature this time, is here in person and has some important business, and I'll let them do that in English and
Yes.
French, and then we'll start the show for real.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, of course.
Hello, dear listeners of this podcast. I am a possum, the birthday creature. I'll skip through that part.
I love you wrote this so long ago.
It was
too.
written. This was written.
I thought you had this like rehearsed because they wrote this
No,
like
I do
what
have
felt
that
like 2 weeks
rehearsed.
ago.
I do
You
have
just-
that
You
rehearsed.
just
It's
chose to
just-
skip like a section of it, though. I love that.
Yeah, because like that section does not make sense for this because I'm actually a guest. You know, because it says like I do not come out of my chaos friendly self, but like I will do. Like, come on. Okay. My dear cat Lucky needs serious help. We got her to the vet a couple of weeks from now, and it was discovered that she was born with a deformity with her hip bones. She can no longer walk normally or jump normally. Lucky is half a cat now because of this debilitating way of life she has now. And I know for a fact we didn't bring her into our house from the underside of our shed for her to live like this. So I ask to each and every one of you to please spread some help to me for Lucky. I am not begging for money, I am begging for Lucky to have a voice that she has not. Share the link everywhere you can, share it with your friends, with your family, with your communities. Any amount of money is deeply appreciated. I am not asking to reach my goal through one person. Drop $1, it is more than enough. If you cannot do any of these, listening to this fully is deeply appreciated as well. Thank you for all listening to this message from yours truly, a possum. And after the French version, oh, and also I would fuck the shit out of Abby Anderson if she was near
See,
me,
see, you should have
like
just
near
said
a
that like
car.
in the French version, and then I never would have known.
Yeah, I
Right?
would have
Like,
never known. Yeah, I'd have been
Mm,
like, okay.
I want that to be known. Okay, now for the French
you know
version.
what? Respect, respect. All right, the French
Respect.
version.
Yes.
Sorry.
Ok. Bonjour, chers téléspectateurs. Je suis Opossum, la créature de fête. Mon cher Sherlocky a besoin d'aide urgente. On a été au fait, ça fait quelques semaines, et ça a été découvert qu'elle est venue au monde avec une déformation de ses os d'ange. Elle ne peut plus marcher. Elle ne peut plus marcher normalement ou sauter normalement. Loki est une demi d'un chat à cause de cette vie dure qu'elle a maintenant. Et je sais qu'on ne l'a pas sauvée dans dessous de notre chaîne pour qu'elle vive une vie de même. Je vous supplie pas pour de l'argent, je supplie pour que Loki ait une voix qu'elle n'a pas. Partagez le lien partout où ce que vous pouvez, partagez-le avec vos amis, votre famille, votre communauté. N'importe quel montant d'argent est vraiment profondément apprécié. Je demande pas pour une personne de venir à mon but, donner un dollar, c'est plus que tout. Si que vous ne pouvez pas faire rien de ce que je fais dire, écoutez ceci au complet et probablement apprécié aussi. Merci à vous tous d'avoir écouté ce message. Votre cher opossum, au revoir. Also, Carla can bend me over and fuck the shit out of me on top of a car.
Excellent.
All right.
Excellent. Very
Perfect.
good.
Yeah.
Also,
Excellent.
because there's always that one weirdo in every online community, and unfortunately we have an online community. There's like a couple hundred people that listen to this insane show. Shout out to that one guy who's gonna be like, why do you have them like talking about their cat and their GoFundMe? Go fuck yourself. Soak your head in a river and drown if you have that thought. I hate you.
Yeah. Fuck you. I'll help you die in a fire.
I
I
will
don't
find you.
say.
I
Do
will
not. I
find
do not.
you. I will Google satellite images find you, sir. I got
Okay,
nothing
we
better
might
to
get
do. I'm
sued.
unemployed in America. I got
Might
nothing
get
better to
sued.
do.
Okay, well, hold on.
IP.
Welcome to the show, Possum. That's about how it starts every other time. Except
That is how
we had
it
a good
starts.
we had a good cause to promote this time for the preamble instead of us just meandering about like two old people reminiscing about their glory days. So much
Oh yeah.
much more valuable
I
10
was
minutes
your
to start.
age.
Please, seriously, they go look at their GoFundMe. Just share it,
Mm-hmm.
even if you can't donate. Everybody's fucked in the economies these days. Share it. That's why I had them on, is so they could help in this platform reach, because their cat deserves to have a good life.
Yep.
Yes.
And the link will be
Okay.
in the description of the episode. I'm gonna get that from Possum when we end, and then
Yeah.
that will be in the description on iTunes, on Spotify, anywhere the page is at. At the very least, check it out, share it. Nobody's asking you to donate your life savings unless you're a rich billionaire, in which case, if you could kindly donate
You
your
need
life
to.
savings.
You have to.
Yeah,
now
you
at
piece
this
of
point.
shit. I'll find you.
You have
I'll
to.
find you. You're not hard to find. You're all very loud. All right. That's about 10 minutes. Two threats to random people that are not real but also real. Some people that fit that demographic.
Of course.
It's time for a podcast. I fucking suppose it's the month
Yeah.
of the hell month is it? It's March. I almost said it's the month of April, and my brain's like,
Not yet. Not yet.
That's not right. Vaughn, do you want to start?
Sure, I can start.
Yeah, because I know one thing you played that you beat that I have watched people beat and now want to talk about, but I'm curious what up the hell else you got up to.
Fat Master.
Oh no.
Aw.
Not that one. So I did finish.
It's a good thing all my
Requiem.
content's never recommended for kids when I upload it, because it certainly wouldn't be now.
Thank God. Thank God.
Yeah, Possum, I can't have you back on. You broke our PG-13 rating. We're never gonna get back now.
You're never.
Well, it's okay.
We were never PG-13 rated. This
We
is
were
a
never
show.
PG-13.
All my content I've ever uploaded on anything says not for fucking kids.
Yeah.
God.
Okay, Vaughn, go ahead.
Yeah. So yes, I have played Resident Evil 9. I did beat it. Um towards the honestly when it kind of came out like that weekend. Just took a while, but I also did try to do a like 100% achievement of it, which I
Of
did.
course you
Ooh.
That
did.
one
Of
took a little bit
course you did.
longer. Um but yes, I basically did finish and complete it, and overall uh I think I'm okay with it.
Okay
I
with
think
it.
yeah, so the thing about it is not so much like the gameplay is good. I did like a lot of the care center section with
Grace.
Grace. Sorry, I was thinking of little girl Emily, but yeah, no, it's Grace. Um and then the sections with Leon in the care center is also good. I do think the Raccoon City was a little bit too long per se, but it was not bad. It was not bad. Um and then there was also like the final area of the lab. Um
Always. It always
and
ends
which
in the
is
lab.
it always ends in the lab, which is funny because like the thing about um that care center section is that you end up in a lab and then it also gets blown up, but that's not the end of the game. Really funny,
Wow.
but nice. I think the reason why I think it's a fine game is because Resident Evil 9 felt a lot like what it was trying to do is be an homage of everything that came before it, but it felt more like a jangling of keys in front of you instead, rather
Yeah.
than like an actual homage. Because there's so many things in RE9 as a reference to older games, but
Mm.
none of them felt like the majority of them, like pretty much all felt like it was just like, do you remember this? Do you remember this? Do you remember
Trinkle
this? And it
trickle.
just
Trinkle trickle.
yeah, it's just like I remember that. Thanks, Capcom. I do remember that, and it's just like, well, it would have felt nice to like this being called Requiem, being basically sort of like a nice end to all of this, a sort of what's it called, peaceful passing, or just a it is quite literally honoring of the dead, or uh,
It's like a
it
song for the dead. It's like a
yeah,
song for the dead.
yeah,
It's not
and this
necessarily
felt
about
like
rest. It's
yeah,
just like a song about the dead.
for the repose of the souls of the dead. So, uh, but yeah, like I almost felt like this was a way to be like we're ending the Raccoon City chapter, uh, and we're gonna try to move on to other stuff, and so we want to basically offer players everything that came before a sort of like not just an homage but like respect to what came before, but it didn't feel so much respect as more as just, do you remember this? It is a sort of like an I spy of all the references from
Mm.
previous games. And that's kind of what I was like,
Wait
but
a
I
minute.
what
Okay, so
hurt.
like, what about like that? That's just so for like the references and stuff. In
Uh-huh.
my opinion, that's either like 90% of those, even on a perfect game, are still gonna be that same energy you're describing because that's all they are is references. They're not meant to be anything more than that. And also, like, you're going to Raccoon City, it's gonna be 3 hours of look at that. Remember that? Of course it
But
is. It's
it
Raccoon
wasn't even
fucking
all of
City.
the Raccoon City stuff. It was literally before and then after as well. Like
Yeah, but like, what
there
about the
was
actual plot of the game? Where are you feeling on
well
that?
the plot of the game is kind of where I felt where I don't think I'm liking the direction where Capcom is taking Resident Evil, because a
This is
lot
the
of the
part of,
stuff they've
yeah,
been
this is
doing,
what I want to know.
this is a lot of stuff that they've been retconning, and it kind of feels it started already with remake 2. They kind of have begun retconning a lot of the story when it comes to
I
the
mean,
Resident Evil series when they started remaking it. But
yeah, for
at
sure.
first you
But like,
didn't know.
don't they?
At
Didn't
first,
they need to? Honestly, like,
but the problem is that like in original RE2, like the story was a little bit like vague because you had two two players, Leon and Claire, and they both have basically scenario A and scenario B. And then they kind of did the same thing with RE Remake 2. Um, but it still was sort of vague as to who was the like actual main scenario and who was still B scenario. Like which storyline actually takes place, um, and
Well,
who's
wait a minute. They
basically on
both
the
take
sideline.
place.
They both take place, but essentially, it's because the what scenario A and scenario B means is that scenario A means one reaches Raccoon Police Department first, and
Mhm.
meets and basically meets Martin. Like they're the ones that actually interact with Martin. They're the ones that basically are
Yeah,
going
no, I mean
through.
I understand, but like, it's not like like I never saw it as like, one is the main. It's like no, there's no side story here. It's this is what Leon got up to. This is what Claire got up to at the same time elsewhere. It's
Yes, but the thing
like
is
that.
that
That's not
the
like not canon. That's how it always was.
no, yes, but the thing is that some interactions um only happen in the scenario A and don't really happen in scenario B. So it's kind of like basically muddling like who actually got to do like certain things
Okay,
and who didn't get to do those things.
sure.
Um that's kind of what was always like kind of like the muddy about scenario A and scenario B. And they sort of tried to basically uh more streamlined in an RE2 remake per se. Um
Ooh.
but it wasn't just really that. It was more than anything the fact that like in RE2 remake some character stuff also kind of changed as well. Dialogue stuff also changed to make it a bit more serious instead of the more campy. And that's kind of where I was feeling like that
Where we're
we'll
going
see
with
how
that?
this goes. And then RE3 remake came out and they did a lot of changes to it. A lot of
Okay.
people didn't like because like they removed a lot of the content in RE3 remake and changed
Yeah, we've been over
a bit
this.
of the
Yeah.
yeah, and again you start seeing a lot of those character changes that Capcom wanted to do and stuff like that, and I was like, okay. Then RE4 remake came out, and I think it came more obvious as to, yeah, they're definitely trying to retcon a lot of this, a lot of story and a lot of character stuff. And with nine, I see kind of where their end game is sort of going to be, and I just, I
What
don't
is the
know
guys?
because
What is the end game you see here? I still don't understand
the
what you're
the,
like
the,
not happy about.
yeah, so the thing is that with RE9, I guess spoilers, they changed on how Spencer kind of ended up being because the whole thing with Spencer in 5 is that he
Spencer
basically
Reed.
was uh yeah, sure. Spencer basically was like wanted to become God, essentially wanted to become like uh the master of the human race, but in 9 they basically retconned him to be like, yeah, I made a lot of mistakes, and then
Well, I
my
mean,
saving grace is that I saved this little girl. Her name is
yeah,
Grace.
yeah.
So I'm
That's
going.
that's the most
So
Resident Evil thing I've ever heard. I have no issue with
no,
that
it's
because
not.
also like, no,
I
yes, it
promise you, it's
is
not
though.
because RE5. I'm telling you, in RE5, Spencer
Five.
had already like done a bunch. Like there was a DLC, basically kind of
Okay,
leading up
sure,
to the events of 5,
sure, all
but
right,
essentially
but
kind of
like,
putting Spencer
I
into
mean, we
the
all
kind
know
of
that like,
dick he is. It's just it was already kind of there establishing how Spencer was a person, and then in 9 they retcon some of his character, and it's like okay, sure, but like I can see that this like Resident Evil the series as a whole is more like trying to become more of the drama seriousness of it, which is fine. It's just that like I always think what I liked about Resident Evil is that it being a bit of a campy horror game because it
I
always
mean,
kind of felt like that. Like
canonically, it still is that in a lot of ways. It's just
but
doing
it's
things in
not.
things.
It's like it's just Leon doing a lot of jokes, which is fine. Like Leon has always been that sort of
Bingo.
witty, sarcastic dude to cope with the horrible amounts of stuff that he went through. But the thing is that
Same.
like every like if you look at the dialogue from the original games, like just from RE1 to RE4, and then compare them to the remakes, like a lot of the dialogue has been toned down to be a lot more serious.
Okay. So
And so like and the thing is that I always enjoyed some of like the campy stuff that's going on and whatnot. So uh they're definitely trying to make RE like this is actual serious horror, and then they have like the designated characters being kind of like the jokey ones to try to keep like the light mood of it. But I always felt like even though like the story was always like, yeah, it's a serious story, but the characters themselves always their dialogue and everything kind of always had that campiness to it. Um is kind of what I liked about it. It was a sort of like balance of the two, but now they're trying to really just more lean into no, actually this is a very serious game and you need to sort of take it seriously.
I
But
mean,
we
see,
do have this jokey character.
I don't
Um
feel like having not played the newest one, but having played some of 7 and some of 8 and all the new remakes, I feel like I'm just still playing Resident Evil every single time. Where it's like, okay, at the start it
It's
can
in
be
the
pretty
title.
scary, and
mhm.
then there is always a point in every fucking Resident Evil game, remake or old, every single goddamn one, where the game aggressively decides to remind you, hey, did you know this is a Capcom game? That this is a Resident Evil? And it's the moment where just stupid bullshit starts happening, and the gameplay is like goes from survival horror to action to complete nonsensical set piece, like just absolute clown town. Every single game has a moment like this, every single one. That is like what Resident Evil is to me. I always felt like it wasn't like campy-ish in the dialogue point that like mattered, and I also like, I don't know, there's something about like it being like a serious story but like overly campy dialogue from more than like, if every character's got campy dialogue, like why are we talking at all? That's just weird that they all have the campiness to me. So like I don't miss it, and it still feels like very formulaic in that like, okay, it starts off really scary, then it gets a little less scary. These like they've had like, there are moments in 8 and 7 where it's like, all right, you're kind of like not a badass, and then okay, you decide you get to be a badass for like 2 chapters. Oh, now you got to be scared in the Death Dollhouse thing. Then there's the Chris machine. Let's not forget about that. Where he fights Magneto. Um, Resident Evil is always like, am I wrong? He fights Magneto. The dude just has
I
like
love
it's
Heisenberg.
also
Yeah, Heisenberg
that
is
dude
yeah.
literally yells Chris, that boulder punching jerk. Like this game is not serious. I don't think it's trying to be serious
No,
at
the
all.
thing is that no, in RE7
Also,
and RE8,
like the Requiem gun is it's idiotic in its design and how
that's a
strong it is. It's just
but
it's
that's
like,
an
what is
actual
this?
that's an actual gun though. Like the Requiem gun is based
Like
on
I
an
feel
actual gun.
like yeah, they're
Um,
retconning a lot of stuff, but I also feel like, bro, how long was the wait from 6 to 7? It was long, and it seemed like for a long time there was never gonna be another Resident Evil because it like it was too nonsense. You needed to tighten up this plot, or there was nowhere to go. Whether where you're going is good or not doesn't matter at that point because there's nothing to go. Like 6 and 5 are like, I recently watched a full playthrough of 5, and I'm just like, this game's fucking stupid. This game's plot is idiotic beyond measure. Like that the plots have been very non-serious for the old games, I feel like. And I feel like if you're gonna dance in the survival horror genre in this day and age, you gotta tighten it up a bit. You gotta tighten it up
yeah,
a bit, or you gotta completely nuke it and wipe the slate clean and restart it. You can't
yeah,
keep Resident Evil going the way it was going. It was never gonna hold up.
yeah. I don't
Also,
know.
I'm kind of tired of Umbrella stuff. Like, I like the
Well,
idea of end it, move on. I like
that's the thing.
that.
I'm fine with moving on from Umbrella. I don't mind. I don't like they're doing the connection stuff, which is basically what they were trying to establish in Resident Evil 6. And
Mm-hmm.
now they're revamping that. Like that's fine for me. Like I don't I honestly feel like Resident Evil could do with moving on and having more, it being just a bunch of characters dealing with bioweapons and a
Oh, it's
organization or
Wesker. Oh,
something.
it's Umbrella again. It's new
It's
Umbrella. It's Tricell, which is secretly Umbrella. It's like it's the
Umbrella.
Skywalker thing. It's
We have a
Skywalker
lot of
for
Like,
umbrellas.
fucking in Resident Evil, and Star Wars is never better than when it has nothing to do with most of the rest of Star Wars. Resident Evil is the same. We need to get the fuck away from the last
like
like
I'm
decades
I'm
of Umbrella and Weskers and Spencers. Like I'm so tired of these people.
I'm fine with new characters coming into the foreplay and then being like, no, we have to deal with whatever fucking bioweapon and
Yep.
stuff like that.
Yep.
Whatever secret organization is trying to basically create monsters and whatnot. Like, I'm fine with a new leads, new characters, new plot lines and stuff. It's just that I've always been one where like, if you watch some of the original games, like the originals, like from 1 through 4, and you see
Yeah, I
like
mean, I played them
yeah,
back in the day, but like,
I enjoyed the
I
like
enjoyed them too back in the day. I guess we are
yeah.
just two very different people. Where I'm just
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm
I
saying.
hear
Like,
what you're
it's just
saying.
No shit.
What you're saying is super valid, and every time I'm just like, that's so long ago to me that I don't think I could care because they're this far into the rebooting that like, if I cared about that, I'm just being forced to let it go anyway because
like
Resident Evil doesn't care.
for me, like RE4 remake was, I think, one that stung a lot because they redid Sadler from what he was in the original to basically just being a very generic like cult leader that I'm like, damn, that that sucked. That is very like, that felt a sort of character assassination. Not as bad as what they're doing to Alex in Street Fighter 6 right now, but pretty bad still. And then they changed Krauser's entire storyline to be just like, I instead of working with Wesker and trying to secretly integrate himself into Sadler's cult, it's like, oh yeah, the US government abandoned me, now I want power, which kind of felt I guess a bit more generic, and I think the Umbrella ties were a bit more stronger, but that's just me. Uh, but yeah, no, it just felt like some of the changes they were doing to characters and retconning was like, we need we need to change a few things here and there just to, I guess, go with what we're going. And some of those changes felt like they were changing
So
characters drastically. That just
let
kind of
me
felt like they were
ask you this then.
like they were worse than the original. Is the
What
problem?
if for Resident Evil 10, and we know it's not going to be called 10. It's going to be something crazy. For the next
10?
one, the next mainline one,
Uh-huh.
which would be RE10, REX, probably what they're going to call it.
Resident Evil Extinction. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a movie. Can't do that. Have to do something else.
Fine.
Mila
Extinct.
Jovovich will sue you.
Extinct. Whatever.
There you go.
We don't
Sure.
do.
X Factor. X gonna give it to you. Mr. X returns somehow.
Resident Evil Xylophone. I don't care.
You know what? No, it's. I was a bit like it's got merit. It doesn't.
No, don't.
It's ridiculous what you said.
No.
It's ridiculous what you said. I am typing it down though.
Resident Evil Xylophone.
Xylophone is incredible. For RE10 to like win your
Padawan
like
and Leon, fuck.
what?
What? For our
Leon has to. Leon is technically canonically married. He has a ring, but we don't know who. So we need to have a canonical sex scene in RE10. Yeah, you're right.
Well,
That's
you're
it.
getting DLC for RE9.
Yeah, no,
You're getting
RE9.
story
Yeah,
DLC, so it
that
could be about
I
Leon.
knew.
All right, but
I
hold on,
knew that was
before I lose the fucking question.
yeah.
What does RE10 have to like win you back, basically? Because it sounds like you're more displeased with overall new RE games and remakes than pleased.
lesbians.
No, that's not his vibe.
That's yours, a possum, and I appreciate that, and I
That's
completely
mine
appreciate
and yours.
That.
He's
That's fine.
unfortunately just sadly like a straight boy, but
Yeah.
like he's one of the few okay ones.
Yeah.
You're good, little boy.
I'm a good little boy. No, I think what 10 would
not
have to
not not Xenos, that's for sure. Not Xenos. He's bad.
what would 10 have to do to like
What would
I guess put
RE10
me
have to
back?
do?
Man, the thing is that
Have
I guess
naked women.
it depends on what they're doing with 10, but like because if they're not bringing back any of the original characters, like none whatsoever, except no, they would have to bring Chris back because with this whole Wolf
Of
Squad still
course.
being a thing, because like the thing is that with Rose still being a thing,
Well,
and
Leon would be involved too now because
yeah,
we don't know what
Leon, Sherry,
message
and
the dude
everything.
get. Yeah. Also, hold the fuck up. In all this, you know who I want to see back more than anything in Resident Evil 10? Where the fuck are my girls? Where is Jill and where is
Jill,
Claire? I don't give a
where's
fuck about what anyone
Rebecca?
else.
Where's
I don't give a shit.
Sheva?
I don't
Where's
give a shit.
Hunnigan?
I don't
But
give a
I think
shit about any
Hunnigan.
of that. I don't give a
I think
shit.
Sherry replaced Hunnigan for some reason. That's kind of that's sad. I don't. Where's Hunnigan? Where'd she
Hunnigan was
go?
in one game. What do you mean? Like,
Yeah, but Hunnigan was Leon's handler. The whole point
yeah,
was
but he
that
worked for
like
the president, who he later killed in 6, mind you.
yeah, and then
I don't
Hunnigan
think he
was
works
still
for the
helping.
president anymore.
And then Hunnigan was still helping out Leon during that time as well. Like during
Well,
that
you know what? It's
entire.
been a long time. It's been a long time.
Like
Leon's
I
a grown
wouldn't be
man now.
surprised if she moved around. She probably could have gone and worked with the new uh
Well,
DSO or
bro,
whatever it's called.
if Hunnigan being back is like needs to be on your list, I recommend you just stop caring about
No,
Resident Evil. That's
no, no.
never
She does
happening.
not. She does not need to be back. But I would
No,
like
not at
to at
all.
least know what happened to her. Like even if it's just a note being like, "Oh yeah, Hunnigan now like
I feel
retired
like
or
that's a
whatnot."
waste
I'm
of a
fine.
sticky note in design. I'm gonna
No,
be
it's
honest.
not.
Like,
It's
yeah,
not a
like,
waste.
bro,
It's not a
Hunnigan does
waste.
not matter. You're
they
crazy.
they make so much notes that just are
That's a
dumb and
waste.
don't really
That's a
do
waste.
anything. So they could
Yeah,
have
I
they
mean,
could do
a
one.
note about
They could do
Hunnigan
one.
retiring is the exact thing you just complained about in RA9. Don't tell me it isn't. That's even
No.
worse.
Say that.
That just feels disrespectful. It's like, oh yeah, Hunnigan, I guess she retired. Like, the fuck is the point of
Like
that?
she retired. It's like fuck, fine, whatever. It's fuck. Like it sucks, but like
That shit
whatever. They're
doesn't
not
matter.
bringing her back. They're not bringing her back. I knew that. I know they're not gonna bring her back, but at least
Fucking
I
give a
know.
fuck.
At least I know what happened to her. But no, like I think what would have to at least happen is just that like they need to stop revamping characters like just in general because they keep trying to change character personalities and stuff like that, and it's just like it starts becoming less like oh we're trying to smooth out some like character flaws or things like that to pretty much just being completely different characters, like almost character assassinations. But like it's just one of those things where it like as if they can stop doing that, then sure, I'd be down to be more into Resident Evil 10. Uh,
Well, the good news
but
is, like, all
they
the
just need to
villains, all the villains and characters that kind of actually mattered are dead. There's no one else for them to fucking like. You're not gonna get Spencer again. It's not gonna happen. He's gone.
Yeah.
They're all gone. All that's left is
Spencer, Marcus, yeah.
they're all gone. So you got Leon, who's just
white
kind of
guys.
old man Leon now. He's clearly John Wick. It's kind of silly.
Dilf.
You've got Chris, who's just Chrising it up, but Chris has changed like every fucking game. He looks like a different character every fucking game. It's ridiculous. They
Well,
cannot
he gets a
like
haircut, alright?
The thing is that with
that man
7
gets
is
more
just,
than a haircut. He gets like a
no
full-on
7
plastic surgery difference in some of them. It looks crazy. I'll be like, that's not
7
Chris, and they'll be like, that's Chris, and I'm like, that doesn't look anything like what he looked like last time.
Yeah, 7 was a weird one because 7 they definitely try to change Chris's model and they weren't liking it. So like no
They
one was
changed
really
it
liking
again.
it. So they changed it back again in 8. So like they
I
basically
can't
were
wait.
like
And then
we're
you
trying
don't
to keep
see
it
him
close
in
to
9, which makes me wonder, is he gonna have a different model in 10? Because he doesn't
No,
show
I think
up in 9 at
I
all.
I think they're gonna try to keep it as close to RE8's model as they can.
Maybe. This is the
Because that
company
kind of
that didn't show us Ethan Winter's face for, what, 2 games and 2 DLCs?
I
Yeah,
love you,
I think
characters.
that one was more because they were
Sorry,
like, oh,
Nikkei.
we want to for the players to be able to impose themselves
Mm,
onto the character, and
mm.
like
Oh,
it
okay.
was the
Let
weirdest. It
me.
was the weirdest
Yeah,
reasoning. They didn't need
it was
to.
the reasoning was whack. Let me throw
I
this at you.
think
Here's what Stella wants. You know what Stella wants in her E10 that makes me buy
women,
Oh,
it
what?
on launch?
women.
Women, but specifically, I want to play as Rose Winters, and I want her to shoot lightning at people, and I want that to be like I want to infamous my way through zombies or whatever the
Palpatine.
fuck we're fighting because that was awesome and stupid and dumb, and I love that she has lightning powers. I think that's the dumbest shit ever, and I love it. I want her to like you know what? You know what? Fuck it. We've already had Mercenaries where like Wesker and RE4 remake Mercenaries is literally just Marvel versus Capcoming all over the map. Fuck it. Everybody else can run around with guns and do their little fucking gun katas and cool shit. And when you play as Rose, nah, you just like it becomes Devil May Cry for a Rose chapter, and you just fucking smoking six style like werewolves into the sky and blow their brains out with a lightning punch. Why not?
What
Fuck it.
what I find funny is that like RE6 was pretty much one of the most disliked Resident Evil of
I
the
mean, wasn't
series
it the
because of
most disliked by the end? Like long
it
term?
was it was disliked because it deviated from the horror into more action than anything.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny that every time they just keep showing that like Capcom just wants to do RE6 again because like look at 9 and look at all the sections with Leon, like it's just
Leon
like
is
action
doing the
packed, and
craziest
it's
game.
just RE6 again. It's just RE6 again.
Yeah,
And so like,
except I'm sorry, RE6 did
it's
not look
just
that good. It did not play that good.
no,
It
it
felt
played good. It played
no,
good. It's just
no,
the
no.
problem. No,
Mm-mm.
it RE6 played well. It's just the fact that it was
Ooh.
action oriented and not enough horror is what people
Well,
disliked
there you
about the
go. The
game.
solution's
But
been
it
found.
played really well.
Two
It's just
characters. One of you does horror. One of you gets smoking six style. Easy. Everybody wins.
that's gonna be such a weird way of going about it because I know at one point it's gonna get tiring, but it at least worked out for this situation. Um. Uh. Uh. Jesus, my mind went blank. What was I gonna say?
Jesus Christ.
Uh no, but yeah,
Save me.
yeah,
Oh Jesus Christ.
that's
Now
Jesus.
everybody
Uh,
silence. We gotta
I
do a prayer. We got a prayer now.
we're, we're gonna pray to the RE gods. We gotta
we gotta
pray to Jill, pray to
pray
Ada, pray to
pray we gotta pray to what?
pray to Jill, pray to Ada, pray to
Oh,
all
pray
the
to
RE
Jill?
girls.
Ada?
Yeah,
Lesbians? Yeah,
yeah.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Guys writing that down. We
Uh,
gotta pray to
but
all
I will
Ada
say for
lesbians.
I don't know where RE10 would take place because the thing is that we
Space.
from the way it RE9 ended, there was
It,
still the BSAA stuff that they were trying to deal with in RE8. Um, and I don't know if like the when Rose's DLC takes place,
yeah,
uh,
that's a big
if
question.
because it takes place 17 years after the fact of RE 8, sorry, or 16 years after the fact. My thing is that like I don't know if by then uh like Chris and the company have taken care of the whole BSAA facts. So I feel like that's
It's a
where
great
RE10
question.
is going to take place before Shadows of
I mean,
Rose,
it's very
essentially.
well. We don't know that. There's story DLC coming for 9, which could clear this up more.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting on because I think it's really funny that the achievements kind of spoiled to the fact that there was going to be DLC anyway. But like,
That's
yeah, I do
classic
think
Capcom, isn't it?
yeah, like it's because a lot of the achievements are get all this for the main story. It's like, what do you mean the main story?
Oh, that's
Oh,
funny.
right,
That's
DLC.
hilarious.
Yeah, yeah,
The
exactly.
main
It's like, oh,
story.
right, yeah, sure, okay,
I
Capcom,
mean,
you clear
yeah.
that up a bit.
Modern
But
Resident
yeah,
Evil games have almost always had DLC, right? Yeah. Since 7, they've
uh,
had DLC. So 7 had
yeah, no.
DLC, 8 had
Since 7,
DLC.
they have all had DLC. It's just that
Yeah.
some of them, no, yeah, all of them had DLC. Even like the Zoe DLC for RE7.
I forgot
was
about
like
that.
basically
I
like
forgot about
an
that.
epilogue to 7. So but like if I'm trying to think, wait, RE2 remake? No, that still kept the same. They ran it into DLC, nor did
Well, no,
3
I was just
remake.
saying the new ones, 7, 8, 9, all have. Not, of
Oh,
course, 9 was gonna have
well,
DLC.
7, 8,
7
yeah,
and 8 have both had DLC, multiple
yeah,
DLCs, every single one. There's no way every Resident Evil coming out is you should expect it to get DLC until they don't do it for once.
yeah. So we'll see what they decide to do with 9, because I'm trying to think of what side story would they be doing is
I
my
have no idea.
question.
I have no idea. Maybe what Leon was up to before. Maybe it's post campaign. Who fucking knows at this point?
I
It
assume it
could
would
be.
have to be. It's maybe it might have to do something with the uh Chris's squad, the Wolf Squad.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
No, isn't it Wolfhound or
Furries.
something?
Wolfhound, yeah.
Yeah, the Wolfhound squad.
That's such a furry name.
Chris is a furry. Like, it
Chris
was
is
it
a
was literally like
furry.
if you look at the Resident Evil 8 what's it called cover, it's just Chris being a furry. So
Oh yeah.
It's not. It's Chris is superimposed with a wolf image, which made everybody say
that's
Chris
a
turns
that's
into
a
a
furry
werewolf,
thing.
but
That's a
he never
furry thing.
did.
That's a
That's a furry
furry.
thing.
No,
That's a
no,
furry. That's a
werewolves
furry.
are
That's
not
a furry.
furries. No,
Yes, they
Oh
are. They're pink,
yeah,
fluffy
no,
furries.
they are.
no,
They are
no,
furries. They are
They are
furries.
furries.
They
no,
are
They are
furries.
no.
furries.
They
They
You're
are
are
no,
furries.
no.
furries.
You're
There's
wrong.
They are
It's crazy how wrong
no,
you both are. Like that's
They
not what a
are
furry
no.
is at
furry.
all.
That's
A
that's a
werewolf would not be a
furry.
furry. It's a human that turns
Furry.
into a
They would
werewolf.
definitely be a furry.
Furry.
Oh,
No. That's like
oh,
saying
Stella.
any
No,
man that wears makeup has to be queer. That's just not true, homie. Not some werewolves could be furries, but to say all of them are furries, that's not kosher.
no, they're
Let's have
furries.
fun for once in our life.
No, fucking
Let's just
absolutely not.
call
Not on my
us
goddamn no.
furries.
No.
Werewolves.
No,
No.
absolutely not.
Werewolves
No.
are furries. We
Please,
No.
can confirm
please,
this.
please,
Don't
No,
worry,
you
Stella. You'll
can't.
get
You
a
can't
very.
confirm it.
please.
We will confirm
Please.
this. We have
Yeah, go
confirmed
ahead. I'd
this.
love
Don't
for you to
worry.
confirm it. But you can't.
It is
You can't
confirmed.
back it
It
up
is
with
confirmed.
anything other than you just saying it over and over when I just broke down that
Just
that's
go to
not
the
case.
furry community.
No.
Ask werewolves are furry, and you'll get
Of course,
like
the
a.
furry committee's gonna say everything's a furry.
Yeah, that's
like
why
gay
it's a.
people saying
That's
that's a gay.
It's fun.
yeah, and you
No.
keep agreeing with that. So
Furries
I'm
are
just
fun.
saying. So,
No, I don't agree with it. Werewolves are not furries. Werewolves predate furries by like thousands and thousands of years. Get the fuck off your high horse. You're incorrect.
Furries always were a thing, my dude.
Yeah.
Bro, you were
Furries
not
have
gonna
been
go
a thing
tell
since-
me. You were not gonna
Yeah.
go tell me back in like the fucking dark ages, medieval ass shit. That motherfuckers were furries.
Yeah,
They were over there eating
They
dirt,
definitely
and
were.
pressing leaves into their wounds. They were not
They-
fucking
They
thinking about
definitely were
that. No,
furries
they
back
were
in the
not.
day. Oh yeah, no, they definitely were.
You,
You look at some of those stories, it's like,
Alright, we're
that's
moving
suspiciously
on
a
now.
furry.
No, what story? You're just saying things with
Oh, it's furry.
nothing to
You
back up
can
your
go
claims.
to some Greek stories and you're like, that's suspiciously furry. Why would Zeus turn into a bird and then fuck a person? That's weird. That's real weird.
Oh, so
Why would
I
you
said
think
like
of that?
medieval last times, not Greek. That's like a big time jump you just did there.
Yeah, Greek is like way earlier than medieval, and that's what I'm saying. Like way back in the day, I'm pretty sure people were furries. They
I
just
don't think
didn't
so.
real.
I
They
think
just didn't
you-
have a name for it.
It's like when gay people
you're
were
just like.
Why is that
fucking
Minotaur? Why do they
down.
make that Minotaur look that good? Or why does the Gorgon look that? You know, it's.
And
I'm
Medusa.
telling you. And yeah, Medusa, the Gorgons.
I would tap that.
Why would you want to tap a mermaid that's a half woman, half fish? That's kind of weird. That's kind of sus, but okay, I guess.
It's
My God.
cushy.
Yeah.
Alright, we're done with this one. Moving the fuck on right the fuck now, or I'm ending this show. Stupid ass conversation. Moving the fuck on. I'm not listening to 30 more minutes of Greek furry fucking manifesto from you two. You two can have a private conversation in another DM about your love of Greek furry manifesto, okay? I'm gonna
This
move us
is
on.
you want
I'm
the
moving
train
us
wreck,
on.
Stella. You
Nope.
want the train wreck. This
Nope.
is the train
No.
wreck that you have to
Nope.
deal with.
I've
So
got other shit to do today. I don't. I could just end the show anytime.
okay.
I have that power. I have all the power, and you damn well know this. I can just end the show anytime. We need to move on because it's been almost an hour, and
Okay.
we have barely gotten through your month.
Okay.
So
All
we
right.
do have to move on.
All right.
I'll tell you what. I'll
Oh,
meet you halfway. I will put Greek Furry Manifesto as one of the
as a
titles for
title,
you.
that's fine. That's
I'll
perfectly
meet you
fine.
halfway as your friend. I'll
Halfway.
meet you halfway.
All right.
I won't
Fine.
agree
Fine.
with you, but I will put it
That's
in as a title because it's very funny.
it's very funny. It's very
But we
funny.
do still have to move on
We
because
move
you've
on.
only talked about one game and I know you did more than that. And I still gotta go, and then they gotta go, and then we gotta do the news.
Then we gotta do yeah. Okay. I played a bit of Toxic Commando. Uh,
Oh, you bought it.
yeah. Well, my
How
friend
is it?
gifted it to me.
Oh, okay. So
Um,
what's the vibe at launch then? How are you feeling with it?
I mean, it's kind of sort of like what we were playing in the beta. Like it's still very much that. Like I got to play, I think, at least one extra map. No, I think two extra maps. Compared to what the beta, and uh, it's still very much the same. It's still like very much like you mow down the zombies, you do the objectives, and explore around, and kind of just, I guess, sort of, from what it looks like, is none of the middle maps have a like cohesion as to what goes first. It's just more like you're doing all this stuff, and then I think at the end, like it all amounts to like an actual story completion. Uh, but
Okay.
just gameplay and everything wise, like it's still pretty much the same, and I still kind of enjoyed that. It's just that it's one of those, I think, where um I think you do it in short bursts. Like you play this game kind of like you do like one or two campaigns, and then like you're done for the day because because you're doing a lot. You end up exploring like all the map just to make sure you get
Hell yeah.
all the resources and everything.
Mhm.
And so it takes quite a bit. Like it's a few sessions that you kind of um feel like you go through.
I
Um
remember that from the beta, just running that one map over and over, even when you know what you're doing, it's still like, it's a good like 30, 40, maybe even more for just one full run of the thing.
yeah, yeah.
I
And so
enjoyed
like that's
playing it. I definitely wanted to play it on console because my PC was struggle busing with it. But I
yeah.
liked what I played, and if I had people who were playing it, I could see myself being like, "Oh yeah, I'll hop on and do 2 runs of this."
Yeah, no, yeah. That's why I do think like it's one of those where I think we have some friends that I could play with, so I'll probably have to ask more so we can keep on playing. But like yeah, it was enjoyable. I will say I wonder because they do have like a roadmap for like more content and more stuff, but like
Okay.
I don't know like
For
I
content.
guess if they're gonna trying to push more story wise, because like I said, like
Mm.
with like that whole entire thing is like done. So um, I guess we'll see. But I'm still down to go back and playing it more and more, just
It's
because
on
like
my
the
list from
gunplay
what
and
I
everything is
played.
still
I feel
enjoyable.
like if I like at some point if money's viable, I would like to pick it up because I had a good time playing it and I would want to play
Yeah.
more of it, especially since I know you're playing it and like it's giving that zombie like horde mowing down that, I'm a sucker for that. We played how much Black Ops Zombies across all the years we've known each other? A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
We've played a lot of zombies together. And unfortunately, Black Ops is ass now, forever probably. So I'm kind of like looking for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? No, it's okay. It'll bounce back on the PS9 when we're in our 50s. Well, I'll be in my 50s. You'll be in your like 40s.
Yeah.
You're old. You're old. Old.
We're very old.
Old. Old.
Vaughn and I have
We're
known each other. Are we at the decade yet? Has it been a decade? It's got to be a
uh
decade by now.
I think
I think we're
in
right on
the
it if it's
I
not.
think it I actually think like in August, September is when it's gonna be a decade.
That
So
sounds about right. That sounds about right. Yeah.
Damn. You two will be in the retirement home together in 2 years.
yeah.
Emphasis on the two
I'll
years.
I'll be on my rocking chair.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
love
be
Nier, so
I'm
I'm not
gonna
gonna
be
check.
sitting out of a window in a really dark room where like really serious people hand me a baby and I say, "This is my saving grace."
So
There you go. There you go. There you
like,
go. It took you a minute. You were like,
no, I know, but I can't. That's like, God damn it, Capcom. Why that? Why like that?
what would
Oh
you?
my
Okay, we can't get on
god.
this. No, we're gonna it's been an hour. We
Why?
can't get back on this.
Why?
Vaughn wanted him to turn into a giant
Oh,
monster with 20 eyeballs he needed to
no,
fight.
but it's so my saving grace by
Oh
saving. Oh
man.
my god,
Yeah.
it's
I mean,
Capcom.
is it any
They,
more dumb than complete global
I
saturation? No, actually, not at
Capcom.
all.
I know people who use subtext and they're cowards. It's just like, God damn it, Capcom. Okay, yeah, let's move on
Incredible, incredible. Yeah,
before
yeah,
we
yeah.
move.
All right. So that sounds like it's still fun from what I played and what you've played. Then, have you gotten like experienced any of the higher difficulties that weren't available in the
No,
demo? No. I would
not
love
yet.
to know more about that if I haven't gotten around to being able to get it because I do want to get it at some point because it was fun. But I'm curious,
Uh,
like, how crazy does it get? Is really where I'm at. Is like, does it like even if it does it get crazy enough that the repetitiveness of it doesn't matter?
Crazy.
That's what I always like about is like that's what I loved about like zombies and Black Ops is like yeah we've run this map 9 million times but you push it far enough and you will just get overwhelmed or you'll have to make the escape attempt right like I love that constant escalation and those kind of things so I'm curious like how wild it gets at the higher end.
from what my friends have
Mm-hmm.
played, like hard, like it's not only hard,
Mm.
but I think it's a lot of those things where it's like you just have to be at certain skill levels for because I think they did hard and then they tried very hard I believe and they just got overwhelmed because like
Got you.
uh this
But I
it's just
am.
the whole point of the skill system is that you level up and you have more things and I think it's so you can better combat what you're dealing with at in those higher difficulties because the only thing about very hard and even hard is that you get one
Hot.
extra type of resource available to you, and that's the
Okay.
resource that's for like all the cosmetics and all that sort of stuff. So that
Dude,
way
you
you
know
can
me,
like
I'm
buy
a
that
sucker
stuff.
for cosmetic grinds in games.
Yeah.
Especially
So
when they're free to grind, that's my favorite.
yeah. So it's just pretty much like, hey, once you like level 15, you should be able to
Of
handle
course you
hard,
like grinding.
and then once you're like level like 30 or 40, then you can handle very hard
Hmm.
at a like comfortable pace. But like anything before that,
That's
like
what she
you're
said.
going to have a bad
That's what
time.
she said. That's what she said.
Yep. Yep.
Yes, we
That
heard
is
you.
exactly
Yep,
what
we
you
heard you.
said. But yeah, that's Toxic Commando. That's not much else I could say.
Fair enough,
I
fair
went
enough.
back to Abiotic Factor because they added a Christmas update, which I just tried out. Um, it's pretty much just like the Santa. It's like the Christmas town from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh my
Okay,
Except
okay.
there's just a deadly snowman in the middle. That's the boss fight.
Oh, okay.
Um,
That's kind of cool.
Deadly
and
snowman.
yeah. And I think other than that, like I'm replaying The Forest because some friends want to go play that uh survival game.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the
Uh,
son, the
and,
father?
and The Forest. Yeah. Uh, it's a janky game. It's always been super janky. But it's been fun. It's been fun. We like to kill the monstrosities that are demonic in nature,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess cannibals. And I guess that's pretty much it. Just been also playing like League and Siege, so
Got you,
not
got you.
much.
All right.
They did add Solid Snake to Siege, so that's kind of funny.
Yeah, I heard about that. I think we talked about that last time because I saw you were getting
Mhm.
back into Siege. Um, that is kind of funny, as well. That is very funny, actually. He should be untouchable. He should just be able to hide in a box and you can't even look at it. That
He
should be what he
doesn't
does.
even have a
Eh,
box.
That's fucking stupid. Trash. Trash. 0 out of 10.
He doesn't
All right,
even
I'll
have
take
a
it from
box.
here. So I jumped into a couple demos, not a whole lot this time around when they did the Steam Next Fest. Only two I actually got around to because there was just like so much going on at that point in my life in IRL that I just didn't have the time to play half the shit I wanted to check out. What I did check out, um, one of which will be on my pitch to wish list section, so I'll save it for there. The only other demo I really put time into and came away underwhelmed, but expecting that, but still like bummed out by it, was Zero Parades for Dead Spies, the new game coming from the studio that did Disco Elysium, air quotations, because that studio is like barely the people that were there originally, and there's the whole fucking spiel of the Disco Elysium legacy. I'm not gonna get into it. All I'll ever say is that, like, there's no world where Zero Parades for Dead Spies is going to hit like Disco Elysium is, and that sucks because in the moments where it does, it's really good. But then there's like a lot of moments where it's like, it's not. You're not sticking the landing the entire time like Disco Elysium did, which really sucks because I think the setup for like the initial like intro to the story of Zero Parades for Dead Spies is more interesting, and I think the character is more interesting. But the quality of writing and like philosophical, like theological internal debate going on inside your character is not anywhere close to consistently as good as it was in all of Disco Elysium, which just sucks.
Yeah, sadly, like the people that Zaum, which is
So
the
yeah, I mean,
yeah, which is
most of the
it's
people in that are not there anymore. Like
yeah,
the
exactly.
Zalm that made Disco
Disco
Elysium,
Elysium is
there's
not there
probably
anymore.
probably maybe 1% of that original team left there, and all those people went either other places or just vanished and aren't doing any game things. So it's like you're never gonna get that again, probably, because that team was very unique, and now we're getting like pale imitations of it, which is just kind of like depressing in a quintessentially like Disco Elysium way.
Yeah, exactly.
Disco Elysium, like Zalm's fate is the most Disco Elysium thing that's ever happened.
Disco.
It's a very good game.
Disco.
I highly recommend it. So I checked that out, but not much more than I just wanted to see how does it hold up. Doesn't hold up super well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, most of my time was in marathon. I'll get to that in a second. I have started playing through The Last of Us Part 1 and 2 remastered. I'm starting with the first one. So I've played both of them. I played The Last of Us Part 1 when it first came out on PS4. I played it at launch, loved it. I didn't get to play The Last of Us 2 until the PS5 like remastered version came out. So I literally had like the most time possible between those versions. Even though I owned it, I just didn't have a console at that point, so I couldn't play it. I streamed almost all of my first run of the second one. Like, loved it. One of my favorite games. Like, absolutely fucking incredible games. So I am planning to like get back to streaming with those. I've started the Last of Us Part 1 already. I'm not gonna like commit to streaming every second of playtime on the game, but like when I stream, there's a high chance I'm gonna be playing that until I'm into the second one again, and I'm gonna play them back to back because I haven't gotten to do that yet. And I feel like that's gonna be really fun. Ghost of Yotei's Legends update came out. I've been dabbling in that back and forth. It's very much just like what Ghost of Tsushima Legends was. It's fun little co-op missions. They made it a little more dangerous this time, in that like everybody's saying that like the bronze tier, which is the lowest tier of difficulty, feels like it almost as hard as gold was in Tsushima. So like they heard people saying it was too easy, and they made it really fucking hard. Um, the story missions are now only 2 people, and then the final part of a chapter where you go fight the cool boss is you get 4 people, and then the survival modes are 4 people, and it's like I think it's like 30 waves. And it just gets harder and harder and harder, and like it's crazy. And then there is also going to be a raid and more update coming to it later. I really like it so far. Like it's very much it's kind of Diablo light with its gear, where it's like not overly complex. You're not like getting insane build depth, but there's enough to keep you interested, and the gameplay is good, and the visuals are like incredible, and it's just a fun ass fucking little co-op mode. It's obviously never going to like be the amount of sheer amazing content that the main game is, because that's not what it's meant to be.
Mhm.
But it is fun, and I'm enjoying being able to play it with like a community that's active at every difficulty level, instead of getting to Tsushima Legends so late that only people playing were all at the top, and I'm just sitting in matchmaking for 30 minutes to be put in by myself because no one's at this low level shit anymore. So it's nice to be able to like get to experience it because it's fucking badass. Um, that game is still very good, and that is, oh man, I'm I'm interested in the new Onimusha. I'm worried that my love of Ghost of Tsushima and Yotei is gonna like taint Onimusha because like the way like sword fighting works, combat works in Yotei and Tsushima is just so perfect to me that like
Mhm.
I don't quite know what like the Onimusha is gonna feel like and how it's gonna like feel to play and actually engage with. I imagine with Capcom, I'm not gonna be like it's not gonna be bad, but like is it gonna be good enough in its own way that I'm not like constantly dragging it down by comparing it to these is gonna be really interesting to see because it looks
Mhm.
fun, but we'll see what they do there. Um, but the majority of my time has been spent in Marathon. This is like my main game now. This is like almost all I play. I am pretty much on Marathon every day for a couple hours. If I don't have people on, I'm running solos almost constantly. Sometimes I'll run with randoms. I love this fucked up little universe that Marathon exists in. It is the cruelest, most brutal, just like cutthroat by its very like design philosophy I've ever seen a shooter be, and I genuinely think it's the most complex FPS that's ever been made. Like, straight up. I don't think it's even like a contest in my mind. There's nothing that even comes close. If Marathon's the most complex, the, like, in the top 10 most complex FPSs, Marathon is uncontestedly number one, and everything else is so far fucking behind that they're not even in that top 10 list. They're all under 10. Marathon has, like, build depth that is, like, staggeringly complex for a shooter. There's like I think there's like 13 different stats that affect like whatever shell you're playing, and they all have their own default bases, and then as you get green implants to blue implants to different cores, unique implants that only work on that class, you start to change their stats in ways, bringing other things up, other things down, and literally going in like specific builds that like almost can completely like change how a class plays and change the like dynamic of how you can approach a fight. For instance, like one of the classes I play, Vandal, her big thing is like she's really good at movement. She's got the only double jump in the game, and she has like a cool ass power slide and like a blasty cannon tactical, and her super she goes into like turbo mode and can do all the things that generate heat, which is your stamina in that game, except she can do it way more and it generates less heat, which means she can power slide and jump around more and just constantly run around in fights and be really hard to pin down.
That's
There
cool.
is builds I've figured out with her where it's like, okay, this one unique Vandal core, because there's universal mods and cores that can be put on any gun, any character, and then there's unique cores and mods that these are only for a certain type of gun. Oh, this is only for this class. And there's white, blue, green, blue, purple, and then
White.
prestige gear, and then there's exotic gear that you can only get from killing the end game current like raid map. Um, so like some of the cores for like Vandal, one of them will be like, okay, every time you power slide, you get the signal jammer effect, which means no one can ping you or scan you every single time you power slide. You also compare that with a unique core with her where it's like, okay, also when you power slide, you no longer generate heat, which means you can just spam power slide and keep your signal jammed even though you're making a ton of noise. So if you're just positioning good, it doesn't matter that they can hear you. They can't scan you. They can't, unless they see you, they don't know where you are, really. There's another one where it's like, oh, when you slide, it reloads all your weapons. There's I had a core the other night that was a purple core for her, where when I use my super, which is called Amplified, it now generates even less heat than it already does. So it has Like, it already reduces all the heat generated and lets me power slide and double jump and do all that shit. This just makes it better, but also now using what they call it as a cardio kick, which is just like a stamina boost consumable you can use that gives you like a unlimited stamina or just a higher rate of it for like a minute. When you have this purple core, not only does it make your super just immediately better every time you're using it, while you're in super, if you chug one of those stamina boosts, it just fucking extends your super. So if you just have enough of them, you pop that super, and was this firefight 9 minutes? Did you have 9, like, cardio kicks of any level? Blue, green, white, purple? You can just keep your super going the entire fight while everyone else has used their stuff and is waiting on cooldowns. And that's just one. Her, like, tactical is, like, she charges, like, an Iron Man cannon thing in her arm, and it blasts people and stuff. There's one that makes it do more damage, and it also pings anyone that gets hit by the blast even slightly. There's one where it removes any damage that it does to you, and it now pushes you back as well. So you can use it as like a rocket jump all of a sudden and literally have a triple jump now, because you can double jump, do the tactical, and boost yourself even higher, and then double jump off that. So suddenly she goes from the only character with a double jump to a character with a double jump into a rocket jump into a double jump combo. It's insane. Like, that's crazy maneuverability. Another class that I play in solos a lot, Assassin, is all about being invisible and shit, sneaky boy. I ended up getting some cores for him that, like, when I'm invisible, if I'm not moving, instead of it ticking down my invisibility, like, ability until it's drained and then it is on cooldown, it stops the timer and generates heat instead. And that heat can max out, and then I'm in overheat mode, and then the timer for my actual ability will start going down like it's supposed to. But I've already gotten, like, a full minute and a half of invisibility by not moving and just generating heat. The heat will completely cool down by the point the ability is only at halfway, so then you can do it again. And if you keep managing your movement and, like, decision making good, you can literally just stay invisible for, like, several minutes on end if you just manage it right. And then I also ran that with, I had an implant, just a regular purple universal implant that can go in any class, where every time I got a precision kill, I went invisible. That stacked with the effect of his unique core, that if I'm invisible and don't move, it doesn't take down the invisibility counter, it generates heat until it's maxed out. So between that and my own ability to go invisible, I spent 20 minutes of a 25-minute match invisible. Like, I could just keep it going forever. There's mods that, oh, did you kill them with a headshot? It'll spawn a healing grenade there that anything it damages, it'll heal you for that amount. There's gun mods that, like, literally change an SMG into a shotgun kind of thing. Like, the level of depth to the builds here, and, like, literally you can build your stats to be like, I literally don't take fall damage. You could build your stats to be like, I have 2 times the stamina as everyone else. You can build your stats to be like, I have max hardware, which means I'm really resistant to a lot of negative effects that enemies and the world and weapons can do to me. There's a whole nuance about, like, energy weapons just straight up crack shields quicker, but energy weapons have a unique ammo source, energy batteries, that technically are infinite if you manage them good, because they have a cooldown, and if you don't let them overheat, you actually don't ever have to reload, you just have to switch to another gun. And then when you switch back, that thing's cooled down. This game, like, is overwhelming in its depth. It's overwhelming in what it asks you to learn. It feels very daunting when you step into it. It is an unforgiving world. Tau Ceti is a place that reminds you every second you're there that you are the intruder and you are not fucking welcome here, and you are going to die. The sound design and the art is, like, the best I think I've ever seen in a shooter. Like, in a match where nothing happens, you're still kind of scared and tense right up until the end. Even if you've killed everyone in the lobby and you know that for a fact, you're still scared and tense until the end. This is just not a place you ever feel like you're, like, comfortable in, because of the sound design and the surreal art and color and everything that's going on in the world, and it's only getting weirder as the season progresses and, like, secrets get unveiled. It's really interesting to see how classes play off each other and into each other. I like that there's no class restriction. You can all run assassin if you want. They've been really transparent about like communicating on social media and discords and shit about like, okay, we hear feedback and here's what we're doing. Like, people were asking for duos. They've done duos on perimeter. They have duos diremarsh right now. We're probably getting duos outpost next. They heard that people didn't really like that ranked and the endgame map were limited to the same weekend, so now they're rotating. So ranked and endgame maps like Cryo Archives are like an event that you play throughout the week and try to gear up for if you're going to go do it, but also it's not bad if you don't go do it. You can go do other stuff. There's all these factions to rank up, and every faction has their own skill tree that has passive upgrades but also increases your barter options with them, and the game does a really good job of respecting the time you have put into it, in that like when you start the game it feels very much like a Souls game, in the sense that like, oh, you died, fuck, that's 1,000 souls, I have to go get those, and then midway through a Dark Souls game, oh, did you die and lose 40,000 souls? You don't care, because that's not even a level, it's meaningless, and once you beat the thing that's killed you a bunch, you're gonna get like 300,000 souls anyway, so it doesn't matter, it's immaterial. The loss recovery gets better, and this game does a really good job of rewarding you for your time invested. Like, I remember when I was like, got my first green gun and was so scared to lose it, and now I'm like selling greens and blues half the time and not even keeping them, and it does just an excellent job of like giving you so many avenues to get things back, and as you rep up each faction you're getting more free stuff given to you daily, some that you just sell right away. And like Cryo has like a 5,000 value ante to even get in, and you can't solo, you have to play with a team, so either fill or have your team ready. And it seems expensive until you realize that like by the time you're attempting Cryo, if you're half intelligent when you're playing this game, you have the gear. And also, yeah, 5,000 seems like a lot. One successful Cryo run, you probably walk out with like 20 to 30,000 minimum worth of stuff, so it's worth the investment. Ranked also has an investment. I like how they separated Ranked too. So they have, what they have is low stakes and high stakes elo. So basically the bottom 3 divisions, which is bronze, silver, gold, and they only have 3 subdivisions in this game, 3, 2, 1, those can play together. You cannot be match made with anyone in the higher rank elo. It will not allow you, because basically once you get to high stakes, which is platinum, I forget what the other 2 are, master, challenger, or some shit like that, maybe it's like legend, pinnacle, or something, but the top 3 divisions with their 3 subdivisions can only play with each other, and you have to like buy the right tag to pay the right ante to get in there. And if you, even if you like got to top elo and bought a low stakes tag, which would let you into low elo, and you could probably bully people with your overpowered gear for that, it doesn't matter, because you're not going to get enough points in the ranked system in a low elo match, even if you kill everybody, to ever rank up. In fact, you're going to rank down. The system literally is like, no, once you're in high elo, the only way up now is high elo. There's no value for you other than your own ego in low rank elo, which I really like, because it actually separates the like skill level and time commitment level, because not everybody has time to grind all this shit, in a really like neat way. And ranked is not about just killing people. It's an extraction game, so it's about everything you're doing is generating points, but it's ultimately about getting out with good enough loot to increase your score to exfil, and then you bank those points if you actually met the amount you needed. Like, oh, you need 950. So if you get 949 in exfil, you don't get jack shit. You get to keep all the gear, but you did not get any ranked points then, because you did not meet the score you needed to meet to keep going up. So eventually, you know, you gotta start doing the harder events, you gotta fight the bosses in the maps, you gotta start trying to fight players, or letting them do puzzles and then try to run in on them. You have to play the game, but you still have to get out, and it's just the way, like, when I was reading the ranked things, and I was like, this sounds really well thought out on paper. We'll see how it goes. I haven't gotten to play. Ranked comes back this weekend, or next weekend maybe, or it might be out now, or one of those. I'm gonna try it if people are down to try it. I would like to try it, especially since it's on Dire Marsh, and that's like one of my favorite fucking maps. This game is just every competitive like FPS after this feels worse. Every single one. Even if I still like that game, it's definitely being hurt by how much I like Marathon. And I don't think I've liked a game as much as I like Marathon in this genre, like as an FPS competitive shooter, like since Black Ops 3. Easily, this is like the only game that's gonna match that, where I'm probably gonna play an unhinged amount of this in its lifespan. So that's pretty much been my month. It's just nonstop Marathon. I've only gotten to run Cryo a couple times before it went away for the second week, which is the endgame map. I still want to, like, eventually fight the super boss in there and see what he's about and get the lore and get the cool weapons and shit, but that game is really good. I can't wait to see what the next class does. Next season, we're getting nighttime maps and new enemy types and new weapons and a whole new, like, upgrade system that we don't know anything about that's going to be, like, a more permanent upgrade system for our shells that fine-tunes them even further, which is just more build depth. So that's just, like, actually, like, almost overwhelming to think about that, like, there's going to be more build depth coming just next season, because it feels like what there is now, the leaps in what you're doing are like crazy. You go from like very straightforward builds with like gray gear, then you start getting greens and blues, and you're like, oh wow, this is shaking it up a lot. And then purples can be like, feels like it's a page worth of different things now, and then golds are even crazier, exotics are even more insane, and it's just really complex and nuanced and well thought out, and it's unforgiving, but like I like it because it's unforgiving for everyone. Even when somebody's got like purple shields and better gear than me, I don't feel like completely outclassed like in a lot of games like this. I feel like this can be won if we play it right. And a lot of times in kill cams, when I've gotten killed, I'm watching in the camera for them getting killed by either a robot, a poison plant, or another player. It is a world of just, it is cutthroat, it is brutal, it is like evolution through endless violence. It's crazy out there in Marathon, and I love it. I love it every second of it. Also, it's got the best fucking soundtrack ever. Like, holy shit. All the loading screens are like weird acid trips, though. It's kind of fucked up. And on that note, I see that both these people are muted. So I don't know where they went. I'm gonna pause. Alright, so I did a whole marathon spiel while you were away, because I didn't notice that you muted, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll have more to say next month, when I've put in a lot more time into it. But, like, it's pretty much, like,
Right.
more or less what I've said to you, just with a little more detail. I broke down, like, how the systems, like, got a lot of depth to it, that, like, the more time you put into it, the more it, like, respects you, and the loss of gear and loss of anything starts to not really matter, because the game gives you so many ways to get back up. And the build depth variety, it's like, I stand by my statement, it's the most complex FPS that's ever existed. It's so fucking complex. There's so much here, and it's only getting more complex, and we already know it's going to get even bigger next season when a whole other, like, upgrade system comes out that is going to do something to the shells, the classes that we play, as well as getting a new class. And there's just, it's a big learning curve, it's a brutal world, it's unforgiving, but if you put time into it, it respects that. And it is 100% my new Black Ops 3 in every sense of that term, of just like, this is my, like, every other FPS by comparison feels worse, even if I still like those games. Just exactly the same emotions I had for Black Ops 3 when it came out. So that's kind of where I went with that. I don't want to be too overly, like, go through everything again, even though you weren't here for it. So
Yeah.
with that,
No, but yeah.
I didn't
Okay.
really play a whole lot more than that. I'm still jamming out on Hades 2. In
Oh
like the
yeah.
post game story, trying to like wrap up things, but that's still gonna be a minute before I really make huge progress there. And I did start to get back into Soulframe again. It's been a couple updates, and apparently there's another one coming. So like, I don't really have enough to say. I've only recently been playing it again, but
Hmm.
still like what's there and having fun with it every time, and really feeling like I am gonna very much enjoy that game when it launches. It's especially like gonna do my best to try to get people to play it because it's gonna be free to play. Um, really still like it, like the direction, like the changes, like the quality of life that's been happening. Just really good stuff all around. And the next update, we're getting like a rapier and like a pirate thing that we're doing. We're going on a boat. I don't know what we're doing out there, but we're going on a boat. So that's pretty cool. Other than that,
Cool.
that's kind of been me. So now we will pass it on to the creature that hits us with random sound effects and singing and such classic
Demon
lines
and
as "That's what she
DMCA.
said." Yeah, and DMCA's. It's okay. It's okay. It'll be fine. We're so small, they'll never sue us. Surely.
Surely.
Possum, what have you been playing this
Yeah.
month?
What? Hello?
Yes.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Did you hear any
My
of that? Are
games?
we good? Yeah. What have you been playing this month? You silly goose.
Well, only thing I've been playing is Overwatch 2, which I wouldn't recommend to anyone if you want to hate yourself.
I play
Um,
League. I already hate myself, so it's okay.
no, you would hate yourself more. Um, I've been playing Skate as well. Skate is pretty fun. It's a chill game. Way better than what Overwatch 2 is. So yeah. Uh, Corekeeper, I've not been playing it, but it's still a game that I enjoy and that I want people to know about it. It's pretty fucking cool. It's way in depth that it seems like it is. And it's pretty fucking cool, and it's still getting updates to this day, even though it like came out in 2021.
Which
Yeah,
game?
it's old. Core Keeper.
Core
It's
Keeper.
Oh, Core Keeper.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's quite old. I remember that like I remember seeing the first like trailer for its original like early access moment. It was like, "Oh, that's kind of cute." I just didn't get around to it until later and then only dabbled in it, but I know that Possum played a fuck ton of it and it told me
Yeah.
that it gets crazy in there apparently.
It gets crazy.
Oh,
It really does.
what's funny is that Abiotic Factor has a little like side thing for Core Keeper. Like, there's like some, I guess like they did a little like crossover thing.
Oh, really?
So
Oh,
like
that's
yeah,
cute. I
and
didn't
Abiotic
know.
Factor. Yeah, there's like an area in the mines if you like explore more through like you actually see that like weird cell shape in that area, and there's
Mm.
like a bunch of like these worms that you can also talk to
Oh,
or
that's
kill.
Um,
cute. That's
I
cute.
still haven't found the worms, but I did find a lot of shit. So
I think
still,
there's
I
a
find those. I need to find them.
Gotta
find
find the
all
But yeah,
worms.
I do. I need to find the worms. I don't know what the fuck they
worms.
are, but I'm quite well at finding things, so I'll eventually find them. But yeah, I'm kind of on a standstill with Core Keeper because I tried killing one of like the bigger bosses and got my ass kicked. So now
Mm.
it's just a standstill of like really grinding the fuck out of the game to get the thing I wanted. But now I think the thing I wanted got out of the game and now it's altars. So yeah. So now I'm just on a
Mm.
standstill on that. Uh, and also a game that I've been playing a fuck ton of for like I think like 2 months now is, or maybe three. No, 3 months. I've been playing it for 3 months. It's Dying Light, The Beast. I never
Yeah.
knew I could. I never knew I could miss a average white man, but I did. I really did. Like
Yeah.
God, I miss Crane. I miss his stun little asshole. Like, oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
yeah. And that's funny because my friend kind of didn't like him because he was an asshole. So Uh,
Oh my god,
but
I
yeah,
miss
no.
them.
Oh my
Uh,
god, that's an incredible thing that you just said. That was
I
great. Oh god, I have
Yeah,
tears in my eyes.
like
I'm sad that the grappling hook from Dying Light 1 is in there, but it's in the beast tree, so you have to like get to it. But yeah,
yeah,
I did finish. I did end up
me
finishing the
too.
game though with a friend.
There's some things that I miss from like the first one, of course, like the
Hmm.
map, of course, I miss it. The
Oh
one
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah, yeah.
nothing nothing will ever top the tower at all. No one will ever feel the feeling of like the sirens blaring and saying get to the tower, night is coming.
Oh yeah,
Nothing
yeah,
will
yeah.
ever top that. Also, I did notice my gameplay. When I played Dying Light 1, I never went to the tower when it was night. I never slept. I was always out when it was night. And now, I'm never out when it's night. I don't know what
Uh,
the fuck happened to me, if I had a factory reset. But I think that they, like, up the Ravagers.
yes, they intentionally made the night a lot worse compared to Dying Light 1 and even Dying Light 2. Like they definitely have said that like they try to make Dying Light the Beast like a much more challenging
Mm-hmm.
game. Um and so and it's funny because they keep adding more challenging modes to it. Like there is now
Yeah.
like a resource limited uh mode that you can
Mm-hmm.
play, but that
Yeah,
also now has
Restored Island,
permadeath
I
to
think.
it as well. So it's just like yeah,
Restored Land.
yeah,
Yeah,
they
but
keep trying to
also
make it hard.
I think the reason why night is so hard is because it is so fucking dark.
Dark.
Like
It
it
is dark.
is
It is dark.
so fucking dark. And like when I tell you that even my fucking flashlight is not helping me seeing through the dark,
Oh, you got
it
that
is
advanced darkness then.
fucking
Yeah,
dark.
the super
Yes, it is. It
darkness.
is
Like,
extremely dark.
oh
Yeah,
my fucking god. And I think that's the
That's
reason why I can't play at night because like I can't see shit.
you
I can't see
cannot
anything.
see.
I don't know where the fuck I'm going. But
yeah.
I have been sometimes outside in the dark. I have been in chases. I've like dealt with it. You know, I
Hmm.
killed I think like two Skywatchers now, which is
Ah,
cool.
yeah,
Like I
yeah.
killed like two Ravagers. You can kill them easily with like beast mode. That is in the it is in the game. You like turn
Yes.
into a beast, whatever. I think one thing I love about Dying Light is that it brought the best from both the game Dying Light 1 of like the iconic tight close knit area that was Iran
Hmm.
and Old Town as well, where it was like some kind of big areas, but it was still like tightly knit with like suffocating like
Mm,
buildings.
okay, I
And
Hmm.
get what you're saying.
and they also brought in the iconic the iconic DLC for Dying Light 1 where it was like open fields and stuff like that and like really just like big open areas with like nothing. And I love how they really blended it so well in Dying Light the Beast because like there's some areas, there's like the main area, it's really tight knit corners, it's really tight knit, it's just like building on top of each other. It's really like Iran,
Like
basically.
shantytown
Like,
vibes, like just shacks and
yeah,
things slapped together almost haphazardly that make it like
yeah,
a labyrinth when
basically
you're
that.
chasing someone or being chased by something that can be really disorienting. Yeah, I
Hmm.
know what you mean. Yeah, that's a very
And
good like tension building design philosophy for sure.
yeah, and I really like how now there's like specific areas of like specific district now. There's like the farmlands that I really love. It's like basically big open fields. That's like brings me back to like the fields of like Dying Light 1 DLCs. Like I really love it. Also, there's a lot more collectibles. It's so much fun. It's the collectibles are so fun. There's basically you're in Castor Woods, all right? That's beaver in French. And there's those little beaver statues
Mm.
that
Oh yeah.
and
I
they
was
are so
wondering where
freaking
this was going.
cool.
I was like, what?
they're so cute, and there's like one at like the main area where like it's basically the tower, but like it's not like it's the main area. There's
Mm-hmm.
one little beaver on the front that has like a top hat, and it's
Oh,
like the town hall beaver, and it has like
oh,
a
it's
little
just a little
description.
guy.
He's
It's
just a
so
little
cute.
guy.
I
You're
love
just
those little
collecting little guy
beavers.
statues. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I love the fact that they really put an emphasis on like the people who want to explore the map, because there's treasure maps where it's like you find a piece of paper and it's like one fucking guy, I think, who wrote all of them, who basically traded one of them for like spoiled cans of food. He's fucking weird, all right? His name is Ron, or like I think so, his name's Ron. And it's basically his treasure maps are around like the world map, and it's little drawings that he made where he's like, hey, there's loot in there, and you basically have to find them, and you can
Okay.
find them on your own. Basically, if you know where to look, you can find them on your own. But it's so fucking cool going around the map and like really trying to pinpoint where the fuck that drawing is, because it doesn't tell you what drawing
Mm-hmm.
is. You need to like find where the drawing is, and then you go there.
Yeah.
And oh,
Yeah,
it's
that's
so
that's
fucking
been a thing
cool.
that I've noticed a lot of games doing more and more in the last couple years. Alan Wake 2 has some stuff like that where like you pick a thing up and it's like a little child scribble of like a real place in the game, but like, it's just like done with crown and shit and it's like okay,
Mm.
I got to like look at this and then just fucking figure out where is this exactly at, and if I can figure it out there's like a little thing there for me. It's fun. I really like that kind of like treasure mapping system that's been rising in game development, because it used to just be they just give you like a way more clearer picture, and now it's just like now a little fucking doodle someone made, figure it out. And I think that's like really fun and whimsical.
It
I think
really
what helped out
is.
for I think what helped out for Dying Light Beast for me was just that at least they added the vehicles, the cars, uh
Yeah.
because it helps with the traversal a lot in that game. Like
Mm.
the map is pretty big. Like it's not as big as the other maps, but it's still big. So
Mm-hmm.
when you get to like normally what you do a lot when you're in the cities is that you just jump over buildings. You're just parkouring, and so that traversal around like the center area is easy. But once you're in the field, you don't have a lot of like ways to um prevent from zombies from catching up to you or one up. So the vehicle is kind of like your little like safe area that you can
Okay,
just kind
I
of
got
mow
you.
through zombies and get around.
Yeah, I got you,
Um,
got you. Yeah, I've only played the first one. um I didn't like
Which is the best one in my opinion.
yes, first one is the best one.
I didn't finish even the base game. I think I actually won a copy, like a code, for Dying Light 1 with all the DLC on Steam, like when like the last DLC came out or something, I think. Um, so I played it. I don't know how far I got in. I did not finish the game. And then I like never went back to it. It just like didn't quite grab me. Um, I'm one of those people that just like I did not like the way movement feels in that game. Like I just like I don't vibe with that very nuanced like parkour thing. Like very kind of much like with what's that fucking game called that got two games and the sequel's kind of ass and the first one was
Mirror's
really
Edge.
good. There it is. Thank you. I knew you would get it. Mirror's Edge.
I
Like
gotcha.
I love what Mirror's Edge is. I fucking hate playing Mirror's Edge, but I love what it is. But like I don't want to have to like precise button press to do perfect timed parkour thing. That's just like not enjoyable to me. And like what Dying Light's doing with its movement is just not my kind of thing. The rest of it was fine. I didn't like get enough into it though to like move past my dislike of the movement system. I did find
Mm-hmm.
some kind of like sword on an island called the XP caliber. That was cute. I thought that was fun. I killed a lot of zombos with it. Got a lot of XP. It was nice. I have the second one because PlayStation just gave it to me at one point. I tried it for like maybe like 2 hours. It was just like, oh my god, I just don't care. Um, I'm one of those people where for me, like in terms of like a running around, jumping and fucking meleeing zombies more than you're shooting them for the most part. Dead
Mhm.
Island 2 is more my speed, more my style of like what I'm looking for. But I like I admire the Dying Light games from like my safe little distance, and I'm like, it's not really for me. I'm probably never gonna play any of these to completion, or at least that's kind of where I'm at these days with it. But like, I like watching people play them every now and then. Like I've watched some long streams of them, and I'm like, yeah, I can see why people like this. It's not quite my thing, but like it is pretty cool.
What's funny is that Dying Light the Beast has better gunplay than Dying Light 2 because explain to me how you decide to add guns into Dying Light 2 but make the aiming button not right click but the alt button.
Oh, I mean, I would play on a controller on console, so I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's so fun. It's because the thing is that the in Dying Light 2, since it was very melee focused, like you have left click to attack and right to block. But when you're
Mm-hmm.
using a gun, you can still block with the right button. So like, how do you aim down sights? So they decided to put that into alt. But with Dying Light the Beast, they kind of fixed that whole uh
I mean, can't you just
concept, which
remap
is
it?
but if you remap the aim button to alt, you can't put it to right click because right click is block. So you can't like map the two actions to the same button like that. So
Well, yeah, but bro, like a mouse, just fucking right click block, left click, or like right click aim, left click block, middle click fucking. You know, like there's more buttons on the mouse. You don't
I
need
mean, I
to.
guess it's just that
Yeah,
like
you like, bro. I've got like, I got 3 side buttons on this mouse. I could just do all that.
mine only has two. Sadly, it's not one of
That's
those like
enough. Wait, only 2 buttons.
I
Period.
I I use those two buttons for other stuff. Is the thing. I don't use it for um
Oh,
what's
I
called.
don't know how to help
I
you.
use it for like emergency like buttons that you would need to have
This is why I play
like
everything
grapple or
with a
whatnot. Mhm.
controller. This is
I like
exactly
mouse.
why. I like it until these exact moments when I'm like, you know, I just don't have this problem if I just use a controller. I just completely avoid the problem forever, in fact.
Yeah.
Also, I'm old. Mouse keyboard for every game feels bad except for like 2 in my entire life, and I can only play those 2 in short bursts because like mouse keyboard fucks my wrists up, and I'm just like, how do people play like this all the time? There's no way to like be anywhere close to the level of comfort of like holding a fucking controller to me. It's murder.
Yes.
It's murder on my wrists, mouse and keyboard.
Controllers are the best.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed.
Um,
How far in how so you've been playing Dying Light the Beast like for like the 3 months, so you have, I'm assuming you didn't hit the end of it yet. You're not like hit credits.
uh,
I was like asking how
with
far
Dying
do you
Light,
think you're in towards it?
with Dying Light, I don't think I'm in towards the end. It looks like it's like way the story is like way fucking bigger.
Okay.
Because like I'm at a point where I need to go and see some people in the mountains, and one of them started talking to me
Oh,
telepathically.
yeah. I know
Okay.
exactly where you are. Yeah, I know
Didn't
exactly where
So
expect
you
yeah,
that
are.
that
coming.
happened.
Okay.
So that happened. That was really fucking weird.
Charles Xavier is in the mountains in the zombie apocalypse, apparently.
Yeah,
My
and also
X-Men, come to me! The zombies!
but yeah,
Cyclops, no!
one thing
Fucking
that I do want to
X-Men
touch
97.
upon with Dying Light is my favorite quest giver. Nothing will ever
Mhm.
match the Sahim and the fucking twins. The twins. You know the twins in the first one that fucking like call you monkey.
It's been a while. I do not
I didn't
remember.
play enough of the first one to really remember
They
any
wanted like
characters.
they always wanted like rockets or something like that.
I don't remember.
They always called you
God, it's
stupid, and they thought they were like the greatest scientist ever. They had a
There's a
red blue shirt.
vagueness to it that I'm like I think I remember, but I can't put to
Yeah, they had a
Yeah,
red
I
blue
wouldn't
shirt.
remember it either.
Mhm.
But yeah, they were great. Well, my favorite quest giver in this game is Tom. And like Tom is like what you call a nerd if you meant it as like actually an insult. And I'm gonna read you
Oh
the
no.
dialogue when you meet Tom for the first time and he goes on a ramble about his acoustic guitars that he has.
Yes, okay, I knew. I was like, I think it's this Tom. Yeah, I know Tom. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna read
Fucking
you
Tom.
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
starts talking to
Give me
you
the Tom
about the
pitch.
quest. First off, a motor, second, audiophile grade cables, third, Kevlar. And then if you pick the one of the options, he can say this. I'm gonna read the Kyle line because Kyle line is pretty fucking funny. Motor, cables, Kevlar. Look, I'm a simple man. Just in place. Just explain me what those three have in common. I love how he's such a dumbass.
Oh yeah.
And then the next line of Tom, which is I think my favorite. Simple, you, Kyle, as if I heard so much about you. I never label you as simple. Sure, you're no scientist, but not everyone has to be.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, I guess. So this assignment? Right. Well, I better explain them.
Yeah, no, Tom is just
It's
it's just a guy. He's just a
Mm.
guy.
and this is my favorite line. All right, this is what solidified my love for Tom. It's about assembling an apparatus capable of emitting waves that will penetrate solid bodies, albeit only at precisely defined frequencies. I henceforth refer to as sonifiers.
He is a nerd. He is trying to basically tell you throughout that entire quest line, it's like I have harnessed the power of sound waves to vibrate zombies to death, is what he's trying to do.
And
That's
then
Wow, yeah, that was I was not picking up on that. I was just like, all right, God, Jesus Christ, just give me the quest already. That's the
and
guy.
then
I'm pressing
that's
the
how
X
Kyle
button.
is.
I'm pressing the X button and I'm skipping the cutscene. Give me my quest. I'm leaving. That's what that
and
is to me.
then
It's like I immediately don't care about this man's dialogue.
and then when Kyle still doesn't understand, because of course Kyle wouldn't, Tom goes to look at his notes and then says, "Hold on, let me get my notes." Ah, yes. They'll be generated, and then, if nothing disrupts the source, the progression of the all civilization in a linear direction will.
He just keeps going, and then Kyle just like just tell me what he just like bro's having enough
I
of it.
hate this.
He's
I
had
hate
enough of
this.
the nerd talk.
I would nope out of this conversation. I would be spamming buttons to get the fuck
Kyle
out of that
does know about the
dialogue.
conversation. Kyle does know about the conversation
I would
because he's
nope
like,
out
"Okay,
faster.
Kyle,
Kyle didn't nope out fast enough for me. Stella would nope
I
out instantly.
okay, Tom, I know what you need." And his quest is so fucking funny because I took so much time. I take so much time doing quests because I like exploring more than doing quests. When you actually get the stuff, he tells you, "Okay, meet me at this at this testing ground." I didn't do it for quite a while. I did it like 1 week later until I got the quest. When you get there, he's literally put himself into like a little like cubicle of like bricks, and then he has this fucking like sound fucking
Yes.
board shit in front of
Yeah.
him, and he's like, "Okay, Kyle, connect the power." And then you connect the power, and then it starts blaring the fuck out of a rock music, and it's so fucking funny because like you start killing infected because like they're coming because there's like
Yeah.
blaring fucking music,
Sure. Yeah.
and then it's like Kyle just screaming for Tom to shut it off. And then Tom keeps trying to shut it off, but then he just makes it louder and louder until there's like a fucking mega zombie that comes and you have to fucking kill it. It is so fucking funny. And then the fucking speaker that was playing from explodes. Like it was so fun. I had the biggest fucking smile on my face. when I was playing that quest line. It was so fucking
That
fun.
part sounds awesome and worth the shitty dialogue.
Yeah,
It
so
reminds me
fucking
of
great.
if
I
you
fucking love
haven't
Tom.
played Alan Wake 2, in the
I
Dark
fucking love
Ocean
Tom.
summoning chapter near the end of Alan Wake 2, you literally fight hordes of like possessed shadow people to a fucking Icelandic rock band literally performing
Oh,
live in front
that's
of
a good
you.
song. That's a good
It's
song.
so
Yeah.
good. It's so cool. They are literally like it's a
The
real
Herald of
band
Darkness.
that
Yeah.
like does it's a real band that is doing
Yes, it's a
great
real band.
music, but
Mm-hmm.
like
Ba-dum,
yeah,
ba-dum,
like
ba-dum.
they're called something else in real life, but in the Alan Wake universe and all of Remedy's games, they also exist as a different band and write all the music for it. There's also earlier in the game, way earlier before that in Alan Wake 2, there's a point where you're going through the like night world realm bullshit, and there literally is like an MTV 1995 fucking music video playing on giant moving screens around you while you kill people with a flare gun, and it is the
Yeah.
fucking stupidest, coolest shit I've ever seen in a survival
Yeah,
horror game.
I think the song is called Herald of Darkness. That's it.
It is
Like,
called
show
Herald of
me
Darkness.
the
The
champion
Warrior
of
of Light!
light.
It's so good, dude.
I'll
It's
show
so
you the
good.
Herald of
Dude, Alan Wake 2
Darkness.
has some of the best,
Lost
like,
in the
sequences I've ever seen
never-ending
in a survival
night.
horror moment. Like, it was
Hell yeah.
absolutely insane.
Diving
Like, in
into
the Dark Ocean summoning, there's fucking fireworks and shit going off. It's like a Woodstock performance while you're fighting hordes of zombies or whatever, and it's so fucking insane.
I love the dance musical that they do for the song as
Oh
well. Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah. The dance
good.
musical is incredible.
Yeah.
It's
I did not
that entire game is a masterpiece of art.
I did not appreciate it when they did it the first time at the Game Awards, but now having seen like that section of Alan Wake 2, at least the video, and then going back and look, I can appreciate it more.
Oh yeah, no, I loved
The
it because I played Alan Wake 2 like twice
yeah.
by that point, and I was like, Game of the Year, Game of the Year. It's so good. It's the best it's ever been.
Yeah.
We don't need Silent Hill. We have Alan Wake now,
Mm.
and I stand by that statement. I stand by that
We,
statement.
we
Hell
still
yeah.
we'll see how Townfall does, but if Townfall is as good as Silent Hill F or better,
I'm gonna be
it's
honest.
I think Silent
Townfall
Hill might be
might
back. Silent Hill might be back.
Townfall is
Alright.
the first I have been interest piqued enough to maybe actually play this one. Maybe Konami. Don't get excited now. I said maybe.
Nah, maybe.
Uh-huh.
Konami's like a bad ex that won't leave us alone. Yeah, put that on the
Yeah,
list.
nice. My closing thoughts on
Yes,
Dying
please.
Light. The
Yes.
saves are fucking hard. I have to like basically I looked almost everything up for the saves because I couldn't figure out the accommodations. So yeah, that's the thing to look out for. I think maybe the sun cold is somewhere around because I saw like a shrine of like for the mother. I'm just like, oh fuck.
Mm.
So I think the sun cold might be back.
Is
I
that
hope
from the
not.
first game?
Yeah, it's from
Yeah.
the first game. It's the DLC. It's basically a sun cult
I
leaves.
remember seeing like the trailer for that DLC because I obviously didn't
It's
play it, but I was like, I remember seeing something about that I thought was the first game. Okay, I know the
basically in
visual you're
short.
talking about now.
Basically, in short, the sun cult is basically a cult that believes they are like curing themselves from the from their infections
Yeah,
by having like fumes, but it's basically making it worse.
of course it is.
And
Historically, cults
by
in the
the
zombie
end,
apocalypse don't usually make things better.
yeah, by the end, like the that DLC is canon to Dying Light the Beast. It's all canon. Basically, by the end, you realize that the mother was actually a scavenger that was affected by the new fumes, so she was still human, but she's a scavenger. She's like a ravager.
Whoa, okay.
Not a
Oh,
scavenger.
okay.
She's a
That's
ravager.
cool as fuck.
Yeah, it's fucking cool. And then at the end, you're like you have a choice of like of killing her or like leaving.
Mm.
And when you start I killed her. When you start leaving, uh, i- Kyle starts like really just like hallucinating and not feeling well, and it's basically you are part scavenger, ravager now, and that's the plot of Dying Like the Beast. People found you when you like emerge from like the
Mm.
sewers in the
Okay.
game, and
Oh,
yeah,
that's cool. I did not know that the DLC kind of directly set up
but yeah,
why he is the way he is in the Beast. That's cool. I like
hmm
that.
Mhm.
but yeah, I really love the DLC.
I like it
But
when
yeah,
DLC like matters in a way that's not so
hmm
like standalone. I like both. Like if you're going to do this as a standalone DLC, like you don't have to have played the like it doesn't change anything, right? Like so the first two like the first Alan Wake DLC,
I'll be right
2
back.
DLC didn't like
Like,
really do any. It was just like a standalone fun thing, and then the second Alan Wake DLCs are way more important, and like affect the actual overarching like Remedyverse thing. So I'm a fan of both, but I don't like it when like DLCs try to like do both, where it's like, oh, it's a standalone, but also it has a crucial one moment. It's like, no, no, no. Either tie it right the fuck in to set up what comes next or whatever, or wrap up extra loose threads from the plot, or make it a standalone experience that doesn't affect the goddamn game. I don't like it when they try to do both because I feel like that's like a really bad design choice.
what's weird is that what's it called? That Dying Like the Beast, from the way that they were talking about it, it felt like it was supposed to be like a standalone DLC that was supposed to be like part of like Dying Like 2. But then kind of just full fledged, just like fuck it, we'll make it like its own game at this point. We'll just make it
Yeah,
like
I
a
had
game.
thought it was a DLC at first.
Yeah, because they were almost wording it like it was, but then eventually they're like, all right, no, we're just making it a game.
Yeah, I remember the marketing making it seem like DLC.
Yeah, because the thing
Um,
is that if you had Dying Light 2 Ultimate Edition, you
mhm.
would get it for free.
Oh wow, okay, yeah, that really
So that's
does
why,
make it seem like
yeah,
a
they made it seem like,
DLC.
oh, it's just DLC, but no, it eventually was like, oh fuck it, just full fledged game.
Got you, got you, got you. I did not
Hmm.
realize that you got that for free. Yeah, that really is more
Yeah,
even more confusing then. That's crazy.
exactly. Um, what was I saying? I think for Dying Like the Beast, like I don't know, did I talk about it? I feel like I did talk about it because it was
I think you
not that long
did.
ago.
I
Yeah,
when it came out, I think you were playing it.
yeah. I
'Cause
think
that was a minute
it was
ago.
it was sort of like, yeah, it's a very difficult game. Um, but I think the ending kind of set it up for something that's going to be like interesting. Like I think the what's it called? I think they sort of spoiled themselves. Oh, that's right. The thing is that during a boss
Hold
fight,
up,
or
hold up,
like,
hold up, hold up, hold up,
oh yeah,
because they haven't gotten to the end.
oh oh, that's right. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't want them to get spoiled because they really enjoyed Dying Light.
I
Dying Light the Beast.
just
Jesus.
came back. I could just mute you.
No, no,
No,
no.
no, no.
It's all good.
It's fine.
Because
I already
we
talked about this
were
before,
about
so
to.
it's okay.
Yeah, he played it when it came out. I think.
I wanted to, and then I just forgot.
Yeah, no. Honestly, I was
That
thrilled to
happens.
hear you like. I saw you playing the fuck out of that all the time, and I'm like, I love it when I see a friend like playing a game that much, even if it's not
Hmm.
my kind of game, because I'm like, oh, they're having a really good time,
Yeah, I
and
played it like
that's the best.
I can play like four. Like I can play like a long time on that game. Like I
Yeah,
remember
I've
like
seen you.
2 days
I've
ago.
seen you be on it like all day sometimes.
2 days ago, like I started playing at like 9 or 8, and then I stopped playing at like 3:59.
Yeah. We're
Like
just
oh,
about to hit the 2 hour mark here, so I think we are gonna proceed into the news.
Hmm.
can I
Um,
start with my news?
Sure.
you yeah, sure.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, new Timoman Tree Life game coming out. It's gonna be
Yes.
fucking peak. All right, it's gonna be peak. I played the demo and I had the biggest smile on my face, so
I
I'm really
saw you
excited.
sent me the little thing, and I was like, "Oh, that's haunted."
Yeah,
Its voice.
that's my child right there. That's my child.
Your child is haunted. Your child is
My child is
haunted.
beautiful.
Yeah, I
Um,
didn't say they weren't beautiful. I said they were haunted.
new news that happened. Blades of Sticks has made a comeback.
What?
With
What?
Greed. Blaze of Greed. Sticks. Actually, no, it's not Blaze of Sticks.
Oh,
It's
it took me a
Sticks.
second. I was right. Yeah, I saw. I've
Sticks.
only ever heard of
Yeah.
those games. I've never played any of them.
Honestly, I would recommend the first one. The first one is definitely the best. It's pretty fucking
Well,
cool.
is the new
It's
one
like,
out yet?
yeah, it is out. It is out.
Oh,
It's been
okay.
out for like I think like 2 weeks now.
Which
But
Oh,
game?
yeah,
okay.
it's out. The Rival, it's insane. I never thought that Sticks would
Rival.
get a rival. I thought that game series was
No,
dead.
it's Styx, the goblin thing, dude. Styx,
Oh,
STYX, the new one.
I
Yeah,
got
Sticks.
that's what I'm
Okay.
talking about.
Yeah.
confused because it's Styx Blades of Greed. I just got it confused. But yeah.
Mhm.
Other news, HBO can go fuck themselves. I hope they burn to death in a fire. The casting director for The Last of Us season 3 can go just shoot themselves in the foot. All I care. Uh, fucking casting a cisgendered girl to play a trans character, which was played by a trans person in the fucking game. It's not that fucking hard. You just didn't want to fucking bother.
Yeah,
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna
pretty
say
much.
it's fucking horrid. I hope they fucking die. No hate to the fucking actress. Whatever. I hope it burns to shit. Honestly, I fucking hate them.
It probably won't
Bella
because
Ramsey, on the other
they're
hand, is fucking
HBO
hot.
and have a bunch of fucking money.
Bella Ramsey, on the other hand, is fucking hot, and I love them.
They're
Give me
wasting all their
more.
money on the HBO,
Give me more.
um, on the transphobic works of J.K. Rowling on the new Harry Potter series. So
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
they can also fuck themselves on that too.
that's just an
New
ongoing
news
thing.
that's happened. Uh, I'm. I follow someone called Naomi John. She dropped a her album recently. Her new album. She's dropped like one album. Now that's her second.
Oh,
She's pretty
okay.
cool. She's on Spotify. If you guys want to give her a listen. And
It's on
yeah,
my
that's all my
list
news.
actually. Yeah, it's actually I still have
Yeah.
that sticky note to go listen to. I just haven't gotten
Yeah,
around to
Naomi
doing
John.
it.
I would say your style in music would probably be more her first album, which is Villains of Your Dream. I think you would vibe more with that because Strawberry is like more like cutesy pop. She does have some like personal like songs, but I don't know which ones they are. But I think your vibe is more like Villains of Your Dreams.
Okay.
I would say that. And yeah, that's all for my news.
Alrighty. Vaughn, I don't know how much new stuff you
Actually,
have.
wait, sorry.
Oh my god.
Sorry. New DreamWorks movie coming out, and I'm super fucking hyped for it. All the people who are saying please don't be Yuri, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Anyway, it's gonna be fucking peak. It's Filipino expired, which is fucking great. Let's fucking go.
oh,
It's
that one. Yeah.
basically an island that's like forgetting land, and basically it's about those two girls that are best friends, and they start forgetting each other in that forgotten land. And
I
I
think I've
cannot
seen
wait
a
to go
trailer
see
for
it in
this.
cinemas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'm
did see the trailer for that.
spinning
Yeah,
myself
I think
I
I've
did.
seen
for
the
that.
trailer for this as well a couple times. It does look pretty good.
I think I like the very end of that trailer where it's like a good breathing exercise is just sing to the Who Let the Dogs Out.
That's hilarious. That's so
Yeah.
good.
It's like just Who Let the
But
Dogs
yeah.
Out. It's not the time. Who let the dogs out? Who? Yeah. So like yeah,
That's incredible.
But yeah,
that's it. It's
Oh
a
my
good
I
breathing
god, I
cannot
love
wait
exercise.
that.
for
Yeah.
that movie. I cannot wait. And yeah, that's all. I'm so sorry. That is all. I'm
No,
done.
that's fine. That's fine. Um, Vaughn, an Xbox thing happened. Is any of it important?
I mean, I guess it depends on what you're looking for. Like
I'm looking for Fable and I don't know some Gears of War info about another thing, and I I don't know what else
like
Xbox does these days.
yeah, I get because the thing is that there was The Expanse, which is based on a show, I guess,
Which is,
that
I
has a
think it's a
game coming
book
out.
first. I think it's a book and then a show,
I have
and
no
now it's
idea about
game.
it.
I've
I have
heard the
no
name a
idea about
million
it.
times, never watched it, never seen it, never read it. I think it's Mass Effect. I think it's just like Mass Effect-y. I think it's
Yeah,
like a
it's
drama.
just, it's
It's like
just
Game of Thrones in space, I think.
yes. I have no idea about it. I just know that it says third person action based RPG based on the Expanse TV series. So if the TV series is based on the
Mm.
book, then yeah, it's all the same. It's all the
It's
same.
all the same.
But whatever.
Everything's based on everything.
Yeah,
Nothing original
I
under the
I
sun.
I would have been interested in Stranger Than Heaven, but RGG being the dumbasses that they
Ugh,
are, I'm not
yeah.
even looking at it. Um, Stalker 2 gets a DLC, which I guess I've been playing. I try to play Stalker 2, but with the way that they keep updating that game, I'm just gonna wait till they stop because almost everything
Mm.
about it kind of keeps changing. So I'm just like, I
Ah,
don't want to
yes,
keep
one of
playing like a
those. One of
revamped game every
those.
time I pull it up. So,
Dude,
um,
that is like the worst format of like early access kind of updating where it's
but
like
it's
the
not even
entire
early
game. Yeah,
access.
that's even worse
It's not
though.
even early
That's
access.
like
It's
that's like the
stupid.
cyberpunk thing where the game launches and like every update basically you might as well fucking delete your save and start the whole game
Yeah, I
again.
just don't get it. Yeah, so
That's I mean
I'm
that's
just gonna
every
wait.
CD Project Red game. When The Witcher 4 comes out, do not buy it or buy it, but then like don't play it for at least like 3 months because they're gonna put out like 700 patches that completely change the game.
Yeah, stupid. Rebellion, the people who did Atomfall are making a game called
Yes,
Alien
Alien
Deathstorm. I've not
Deathstorm. I
checked
have
it.
not watched the trailer. Did you watch the
Me
trailer?
neither. No, I did not
Okay.
either. I was like,
Okay.
I will.
I like Rebellion. I don't get around to playing a lot of their games. But a lot of what they've made piques my interest and I just never get around to it. Not out of like disinterest, but just other things there. Um
Yeah,
they did like that co-op adventure game that I wanted to play that looked really campy and fun. I like Atomfall quite a lot, even though I haven't beaten it. It's really weird. I like it. It is
yes,
like British Metro. It's great.
yes. I've
I
heard
like
British Fallout is
Rebellion.
also.
I feel like since the sniper like elite era of only being that, like, but even then with their like sniper elite Nazi zombie army side game that became its own series, like Rebellion has very clearly they're just like starting to kind of fucking do whatever. Like I didn't see an Atomfall coming, and I didn't see I forget what is that fucking adventurer game called. You're fighting like a
I,
mummy priest or something. It's like
oh,
literally like Indiana
oh,
Jonesy. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
No, no. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's Rebellion.
I
That's what they did before Atomfall. I don't
yeah.
remember
Hold
what it's
on.
called
Let
though.
me look for it because I've definitely like have it and played it. Strange Brigade. Strange Brigade.
I want to play that. I want to play that, but I want to play it with
I
people, so I never picked it up.
Some friends gifted to me, so but I played a little bit. I was like, yeah, that's fine. I'm trying to look
It
because
looked like a good little fun time. Nothing that's gonna like wow me and be oh my god, this game is the game of the year. But it looks like a fun little
yeah,
co-op adventure with your friends.
yeah. They also did Evil Geniuses too. Forgot about that. I'm
Oh
trying
my
to remember
god.
because they've worked on other.
Yeah, they do a
I
lot
feel
of
like
stuff.
I mean they work on comics, books, TVs apparently.
Yeah.
But I swear that they've
I
like worked
think Alien
on.
Deathstorm is a single player game.
It should be a single player game. Yes.
Yeah. I gotta be honest, I love the name. Alien Deathstorm is just kind of metal as fuck. It's very
Alien
edgy. It's
Deathstorm.
very 90s coded, and I'm here for it. Alien Deathstorm. It's like, what
Ah,
does that
there
even
you go.
mean?
Before they worked on 2009 Rebellion's Rogue Warrior. That's what I was trying to remember. That was a game, an awful game, but a game nonetheless.
Right, fair. All right, so Rebellion's doing a new thing. Well, I'll keep an eye
Yeah.
out on it and see what happens. Was there
Uh,
anything else in Xbox Town?
Xbox Town. Let's see. Serious Sam Satterverse. This is
Who cares?
being made by the people who did Dead by Daylight. Um, so they're making a roguelite FPS essentially, but
I
using
could care less about the Serious Sam franchise. Otherwise, I might
yeah.
like. I like the Dead by Daylight game. I like that developer and the uniqueness of that game. But they're actually publishing that the Blight Survival, like medieval Last of Us kind of vibes game. That's like a
Yeah,
co-op
yeah, yeah.
roguelike. Their Dead by Daylight Behavior, that developer, is now that team's publisher. I'm
Yes.
actually signed up to potentially get into the early access tests of Blight Survival, and I really hope I do, because that game looks really incredible.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna look. I have Blight wish listed. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
wait
yeah.
till it's more out of
Oh, it's
where they
still
are
gonna be
now.
a minute. Yeah, I like I
Yeah,
said, the testing is very limited, but like I can, from what I've seen, every time I see any of it, I'm like, yo, I am down to like play the fuck out of this with someone. Like it's just
yeah,
two
no, no, no,
people
yeah,
co-op, like medieval zombies. Something about like fighting zombies and monsters in a medieval setting is so somehow still underused as like a co-op game. It's always a modern setting, which is super fun too. But I'm like, no, I kind of want to do it with like shitty swords and crossbows. That's kind of cool as hell.
yeah. No, it's definitely gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the video that they posted, and like when they started working with behavior, like they had mentioned it's like we had to rework some of our core designs from the ground
Yes.
up. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, so they basically had to almost do a lot of things again. So I'm
Yeah.
like waiting
Well, it's
for them
also
to like get
because
closer
like
to where
the
they're at a
scale of the thing
yeah.
changed, because with behavior, like they weren't like looking, they were gonna self-publish, and behavior, I guess, like reached out to them, and they ended up like working out a deal that they're pretty happy with, apparently, because apparently their staff has like buffed the fuck up. So like things that had to get chopped in development suddenly were like, no, 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 we can do this now. We have the people. It's just gonna
Yeah.
take time. And I'm like, considering how good that game has looked in every iteration, even the very earliest, I'm like, I want them to take as much time as they need, because I want this to come out in its best version. It looks
Yeah,
really fun to play.
exactly. So I'll wait more, but if they
Mm-hmm.
do a close beta, like closer to when release date, I'll definitely try to go play at that point.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure. Oh my god, yeah, absolutely. I would be hopping on that immediately, honestly.
what else? Anything from Xbox?
I think that's kind of it.
Bluey, the show is getting a game that's kind of funny for me. Grave Seasons will launch on August 14th. Wuthering Waves coming to July. I mean, also Dispatch and
Yeah,
Hades 2 is coming
nothing,
out.
nothing like
But yeah,
predominant for
not
Xbox that I've
predominant.
been.
It
Yeah,
because yeah, a lot of the stuff is just like we've already have it,
yeah,
and it's just them getting
yeah,
it. So yeah.
yeah, pretty much. I didn't really have any more news other than that Xbox thing happened, because I've just been so busy with other life shit that I haven't been able to like
Uh,
stay on top of everything. But I don't think any giant other presentations happened really. Nothing like
there
crazy.
should have been one. Was this one of my? I don't know what I was thinking. State of Play was recent.
No, no, that was
No.
last month. There
Uh,
was a state of play
that was last
last
month.
month. Yeah, it was a big one. It
Yeah.
was that big one we watched together.
Yeah, that just happened like right before like we did
I
our
think
thing, so
so.
that's why I was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
that's why
yeah.
it feels like on out. Yeah, no, I think I mean there was other big news, but like a lot of it's not great. Like
Depressing. Yeah, depressing.
yeah, so
Layoffs as
depressing.
usual, and
Yeah,
AI
layoffs,
bubbles
Epic.
bursting.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
All
I
right,
everyone
so I
making
don't
fun
want
of
to.
DLSS
Yeah.
5, but
Oh my
uh
god, dude! I saw that and I was like, "Shut the fuck up! Get the fuck out of
yeah.
here with this horse!" Everyone hates it. Everyone hated that.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
god.
just dumb.
Alright, so no, barely some Xbox news. I'm sure there was some Nintendo stuff that neither of us is really super like.
Uh, Tomodachi is just the only thing that's just kind of
Yeah,
funny with what people have been because
yeah,
apparently that game has no filters. They forgot to add filters into the game, I guess,
incredible,
or
perfect,
they
great, super,
so you can literally have them be like, "Would you like to talk about lesbian sex?" and that's not filtered out. So
good, great, super,
yeah.
perfect, 10/10 game. All right, so with that, let's hit the roadmap. I brought something. If you don't have anything, that we can have a little theoretical discussion here.
Go for it. Go for it.
Capcom, in I read this in an article a bit. I think this might have been even last month, slightly after the podcast. Capcom says there was 2 unannounced games coming this year. Unannounced, which means Onimusha is slated for this year. Can't be that. 2
Yeah.
unannounced games coming out this year. Devil May Cry 6?
No,
I mean,
I think
2 unannounced
it's
games? What are we,
yeah.
two?
If it's two unannounced games, I knowing Capcom, I'm gonna go with it's gonna be some really small like game that they can pull out and just kind of like
You think it's gonna be
here
like a
we're
Mega Man or like a Ace Attorney kind of thing, and not like a
no,
big
it's gonna
blockbuster?
be Capcom put out something out like last year, I think. That was
Is it
like
you talking
it's
about that tower defense thing?
yeah,
Yeah, that
something
game's
small like
incredible. Okay, I
yeah,
mean,
but
that
that's
game's
something
big. That game's like big. It's just a weird game in this era to be made by like a big studio like Capcom. It's not what you would expect.
yeah, it's just that like I think it's gonna be something along those lines because Mega Man already got announced
Mm.
in what's it called at the Game Awards. I don't think they've announced any Ace Attorney
Yeah.
stuff, or maybe they have. I don't
I don't.
remember.
I feel like
Uh
last year we had a lot of Ace Attorney stuff. I'd be shocked if there's another one already. I mean, I don't know.
uh
But 2, because like
no.
Onimusha is this year, right? I think so. It doesn't have a
Oni
date. I think it just says 2026
Way
still.
yeah, Onimusha Way of the Sword or something like that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
supposed to be coming
Um,
out
Pragmata is
this
this
year.
year, right?
Pragmata is next month. It's literally
Yep.
next
Okay.
month.
So those 2 are already been established. 2 games not announced yet that are apparently going to release this year. I mean, that's kind of crazy to think about because, like, you just did RE9. You have Pragmata coming out finally, for the people who care about it. You have, the new Onimusha is back, coming out this year. That's 3 big ass, like, well, Pragmata, but, like, Onimusha and a Resident Evil, that's, like, Street Fighter 6 is chucking along. I don't know.
Oh
It's been
boy,
a minute.
that there's
How long has it been? Look this up. Look this up for me. How long has
Uh-huh.
it been since Devil May Cry 5 came out? It's been a minute, right? Like
Yo, yeah.
it's
May
are we
Cry
like 5
5.
years out from DMC 5? It could be DMC 6, dude.
2019 is when Devil May Cry
Holy
came
shit.
out.
Oh my god. Okay, dude, it
So
legitimately could be
that's
DMC 6.
7 years since it's
7 years with not a peep of what's gonna happen with Devil May Cry going forward beyond the one dude left Capcom, but said he would be available for like consulting or stuff. So 7 years, nothing. Dude,
7
2
years
unannounced
now.
games this year. We have 9 months left in the year. We're about to have, 8. It could 2. I bet you one's a small game, certainly like that tower defense game that is like quite big in size, but like budgeted smaller and priced smaller. It could be. We could be getting like because coming this year could mean holidays, right? Like if it's
Yeah.
been because by the holidays it'll be have been almost 8 years since Devil May Cry 5. It reasonably could be DMC 6. I would love
Sure,
that.
I literally had
I would
the
love that.
game on here, but the fucking uh god damn it. Hold on. Game.
I would love
Really?
DMC 6
Sit
this
up.
year. It'd be lit.
Oh, here we go.
Kunitsugami?
Kunitsugami, Path of the
Yeah,
God, Path of the
Kunitsugami, yeah.
Gods.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the game I was talking about. Like, I could
Yeah,
see
yeah.
something like that creeping up. It's certainly not Okami 2. There's no goddamn way.
Yeah. Mega Man just released the Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection,
I
which was
feel
supposed to be like
like
an
the
online
only,
thing, but
like, big name I can think of, if they were dropping a big game, would be Devil May Cry. I don't know what
like
else,
Devil May
unless...
Cry, Ace Attorney, maybe. It'd be funny if they did a Ghost Trick too. That'd be hilarious.
Yo,
It'd be funny.
okay. Okay.
They did.
Okay, yeah, and
Here's the
Donald
thing, though.
Trump and Vance are gonna resign right now as well.
I know.
Ghost Trick too. Shut the fuck up.
Ghost
Shut the fuck up.
Uh,
I can't believe you even bothered to say that. That's not gonna happen. You smoking
Leave it
crack right
alone.
now.
No,
No.
I haven't even.
No.
Here's the thing, though. They released Dino Crisis 1 and 2 back again on They did this last year with GOG, and then this year on Steam.
Yeah, but
So
Exoprimal failed, so they think people don't want the dinosaur game, even though everybody said this isn't Dino Crisis, and they were like, yeah, but Exoprimal, it's new
yeah,
Dino Crisis.
so they
I
released
don't
Dino
think we're gonna
Crisis,
see
and then
that.
people bought Dino Crisis, and it's like, oh shit, maybe people
I,
want dinosaurs.
I don't think we're
But
getting a new Dino Crisis. I don't
no,
think
no, no, we're
that's
definitely
gonna
not getting a
be.
new Dino Crisis. No, 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 no. I'm just saying that it's really funny that they put out the remastered versions of 1 and 2 of Dino Crisis, thinking that probably that's like, oh, we'll just put it out. Maybe they'll like it,
You know
and
what we're
people liked
sleeping
it.
on? You know what I just realized that like didn't enter my brain? Fucking Dead
Deep Blue.
Rising. Dead
Okay.
Rising. They only remastered
Uh,
the first one. There could be a new Dead Rising or a remaster of another one.
we could get DR2, 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 whatever they want to call it.
Dude, it's
Fucking
gonna be
care.
the naming convention's gonna get so bad if they do that. If they start
Because
remastering those,
it's
it's gonna
Dead
get so
Rising,
bad.
Dead
It,
Rising
it's
Deluxe
gonna get so
Remaster. So,
bad. It's gonna get the worst it's ever been.
uh,
Dude, by 3, it's gonna be what is it? DR3, DR3.
yeah,
It's
Deluxe Remaster, Remaster, Remaster.
bro. Capcom's going crazy right now. They're just like, "Ah, adjectives on our games." Oh my god.
Jesus, but yeah,
Yo,
who knows?
yo.
Maybe that's in the because the
Hey,
digital Relux.
do you want to feel hope and then immediately be depressed?
Sure.
Capcom versus SNK.
Mm,
It'd be
I don't
nice, but we
know.
know it's not gonna happen.
Uh,
I can't. There's no way it's a fighting game. I mean, although they're coming out with fucking Token at some point too, which is crazy that they're
yeah,
like, okay,
Tokon.
yeah. So I'm like, all right, it's definitely not gonna be a fighting game. It's either something small like Kunitsigami that's unexpected but really actually neat. Because I played the fuck out of the demo Kunitsigami. It's really good, dude. Like it's fucking awesome. It's a fantastic little game. I definitely plan to pick it up at some point because it's just like a delightful little time. Um, yeah, I don't know. DMC6. DMC seems like too unannounced. I'm like, I feel like it's gotta be a Devil May Cry in there. Anything, right? Like, but it says they're coming this year too, which is crazy.
Yeah,
Who
that's what I'm
knows?
trying to figure out. Like, I don't know what it
Yeah.
could be because
Who
because
knows?
it because we know we're like we said we're gonna get the Monster Hunter Wilds expansion, and we're
Dude,
going
I
to get
feel
a
like
Resident
that's
Evil
gonna
9 expansion.
completely like I like Wilds a lot, but it has its issues. I cannot wait for that expansion. I feel like it's gonna be exact like that's gonna be the moment where Wilds gets the shine, but I kind of feel like that's how those games usually go.
Yeah.
Like Iceborne made worlds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Um,
Uh,
yeah, who knows? We'll have to wait and find out. Maybe we'll I wonder if either of those will be announced at like Jeff Keighley SummerSlam and then coming out that holiday. That's my
could
guess.
be.
Is we're gonna get an
I'm
announcement in
assuming
the
that
summer.
they will have an announcement. I would say my two guesses is if they do not announcement during the summer's Game Fest, they will announce it at their own Capcom show that's usually like during Tokyo Game Show, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
like
I've
later on in the which is usually like in
yeah,
September or something like that, like August
yeah.
September.
It's like
So
a weird slot for sure.
yeah.
Well, that's the roadmap. Do you have a wish list to pitch this time, my friend?
Let me see if I did add anything else to the wish list because it really
I
I
did
think
not
well
because I haven't like played a fuck ton of like demos or things this time around like I normally do.
Technically I added three.
Okay,
One
yeah,
being
hit me
Death
up with
Stranding
more.
2. Well, I added Death Stranding 2 because I'm gonna try to play one so that way I can get to two. I
Okay,
added Bravely
okay.
Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster, which is basically literally the remaster of Bravely Default 1, which I played.
Oh,
Never
cool.
got to finish. But the only thing I did add that's new, and this is the one I know you're gonna probably be like, what? The Legend
Okay.
of California, which is the Jeff Kaplan like game that's coming
Yes,
out.
yeah, yeah, that thing.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm just like, all
So
right, well, this is for specific people, I guess.
yeah, I'm wish listing it just because I want to see more of it and kind of keep up to date to see what the fuck is Jeff Kaplan like doing with this shit? Like, I need to
Yeah,
know.
I think
I
it's
need
like,
to know.
yeah,
Because
I think it's a
what are
very
you doing?
weird, like,
It
it
is
makes
weird.
sense.
It is
It
weird.
makes sense you started your own studio. The way they treated you there was shitty. Facts, facts, facts. Overwatch got better after you left. Facts also. Not necessarily your fault either. Facts also. The debut of your new studio being this is weird to me. I feel like
Exactly.
it's the
It's
last
weird.
thing I ever would have guessed. Ever. Like, it's just like, really? That's where you went? It's just so niche. It's so specific. Like, it just like, it like flabbergasted me when that was announced. And I was like,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
really?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess I'll rely on you to let me know about the Legend of California in due time.
I will try to
I
let you know. But yeah,
about the Legend of
it is
California.
definitely a thing.
Yeah, it is a thing. Well, it's a potential thing. It's not out yet. It might
Yeah,
not be a
exactly. It's
thing.
potential.
Sometimes these things don't become things.
Jeff Kaplan did play 10 hours of it, but who knows? Maybe those were hallucinations. We don't know.
Oh God! Oh jeez! Don't do this to me! Don't do this to me! Not like this! Not like this! And with that, this has been.
Oh, do you have anything on your wish list or a possum?
I didn't ask them for a wish list thing. I don't know if they do.
If not, that's fine.
That's good. It's fine.
It's
And
fine.
with that,
But you, I didn't hear you say your wish.
no, I didn't have anything really this time.
Oh,
Because
okay. Gotcha.
you normally that's formed from like a Steam Next Fest because they do so many of
Yeah.
those, or demos I've tried elsewhere, and just didn't get around to trying almost any of the demos I'd like had my eye on to really like even bother putting them on my wish list.
Gotcha. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's
So
fair.
with that, that's been the show. That's only in early access. Hope you all had a wonderful train wreck of a time listening to us debate the finer facts of history, such as whether furries existed or not back then. Um, we'll see you again next month. Thank you so much, Possum, for coming
We'll
on.
see
But
you
they might
next
be
month.
busy or whatnot right now. But
Yeah.
and I will get a link from them to the GoFundMe to help raise money for their cat's much needed surgery.
Yes.
Please just share it on social media and donate if you can. If anyone comments anywhere about being a dick about like using our platform to help a friend, I will fucking find you. I will find you. And I will sacrifice you to the blood god. Thanks for listening. We'll see you again next month. Bye.
Bye.